What? Why am I not showing? Wait. Wait. Hello. Sorry, I'm not showing because I don't know why. Wait, where am I? What the hell? Okay, wait. Oh my god, I was in the freaking corner again. One moment. I'm going. I'm here. I'm here. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I did that again. Strange. Hello. Hello. One moment. It's been a while since we did a YouTube stream. Let me fix the YouTube chat. Ta-da! Let me do this. Hello. So lost that corner. I don't know why it did that. It did it yesterday too, but I didn't do anything. So, whatever. Whatever, I guess. Hello. Moshi. YouTube Oshis. Hello. How are you all doing? Hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. It is a Tuesday, but it doesn't feel like a Tuesday to me. The Wii music. Do you hate it? Do you not like it? Professional streamer, by the way. Hey, it happens to everyone, okay? Scuff is a part of streaming. Why does it set you to the corner every time? Well, like, it's been one stream of doing that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I thrive with TV music. Me too. It's my go-to. Hi gamers. Hello gamers. Hello. Oh right. Thank you, Infinity. All right, live chat activate. It's so silly that YouTube does that by default. All right, now I can read everyone's messages. Ba-ba-ba-bang. We're here. Yeah, you are here. I hope. Today was a fantastic day compared to yesterday. What did you do today? Was it work? I spent all day in bed today. It was one of those days for me. But now I'm here. Top chat, best chat. You only want the cool people. I see, Dark Lord. I see. There we go. Anyway, I think it's been like 2 months maybe since I did a YouTube stream. Something like that. Want a useless feature that worsens your experience overall. I think it might be useful for people to have like a bazillion chatters maybe. I'm gonna assume it comes in handy for stuff like that. But if you're like a smaller streamer on YouTube, I think it's just a nuisance. It was work both days, but yesterday just said mega donkey ass. How dare they? Can't believe it. I'm glad you're having a nice day so far. What even is a top chatter? Well, it says it will filter out messages that are possibly spam. Maybe. They don't explain anything, yeah. Yeah, you know, YouTube. Typical YouTube. What's on the schedule today? We have a Warhammer Fantasy stream today. I actually didn't like plan that out precisely. But so far, what we will do for sure is we are gonna watch a video by PancreasNoWork. And we'll learn about Warhammer Fantasy factions for the very first time. So I'm excited. I've been putting that off for like forever, but I've been wanting to watch this video for a long time because I want to know about the Skaven, the Rat Boys or whatever. And then we'll kind of see how it goes. I think it's a pretty long video anyway. Let me see. It's like 58 minutes. 58 minutes, yeah, that's quite a bit, especially if I'm gonna yap too. At least I think there's only one video, right? Or Where are there multiples? Let me have a quick look. I think it was just one. The top chatter is a mythical beast. Can you become the top chatter? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. I'm not quite sure what metric they are looking for that. Wait, is it? Well, to be fair, wait, there is a ranking of chatters. Wait, top fans and EXP. What is a leaderboard? A plan for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard, guys? You'll need to collect experience points, or EXP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages. Send super chats and super stickers. So basically, the one that chats the most becomes top chatter. I've never understood that. Well, now you know. Now you know. If you want to be the best chatter of the stream, you have to yap so much. And apparently send stickers or whatever. Talk a lot? Yes. Who is the top yapper of today? The top 3 top yappers? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Hey, we want to filter out all the messages. Hey, we want to filter out spam. Yeah, okay, well, they're trying, okay? Sort of. They're gonna be like... They're trying to help people with their engagement. Or something like that. I don't know. Super chatting gets you more EXP. Making you automatically the best. Oh, so it's pay to win. It's pay to win. I see. Guys, YouTube is pay to win. If you want to be the best top yapper in a stream, it's pay to win. So they have chat feature that filters out supposed spam, then encourages to spam chat. Hey, you're supposed to send high quality chat messages, okay? No quality messages. Yep. The rat who talks the most is the bestest rat. Are we all rats in here? Raid Shadow Legend. Hey, don't mention Raid Shadow Legends here. They're not paying me for this. Where's my Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, man? We talk much. Yes. Is that how they talk? Yes. That's cute, actually. How am I first? What? Well, I think you chatted a lot in a short period of... okay, actually, I don't understand. Why isn't Wit first instead of you? I only talk the highest quality shitpost. Love that. I'm super yapping chat. Holy shit! He's super yapping, guys! He's super yapping! Oh my god, Bird, you're super yapping. Thank you. Is that now the top yapper? Wait. Let's have a look. How does it work? Top fans? He is the top yapper! Oh my god! Congratulations, you are the top yapper, and also thank you, I appreciate it. That's crazy. I was first or second, I don't know how. Well, you got beat by the pay-to winner. Rigged? Just open your wallet. No, just kidding. Don't do that. So I wasn't top 1 because I said negative stuff about YouTube. Is that how it works? If you start shit talking YouTube, they will like yeet you off? Oh frick, do they understand? Very pay to win. Well, you know how life is. Pay to win. Now we need a main character to slay me in glorious battle. Which chatter will compete with Bird? Who will slay the mythical Bird? Wouldn't be surprised. Okay, we can test this. Kicker, now say some shit about YouTube. Alright, shit talk YouTube right now. You can be the one testing this, okay? They filter stuff out with AI, so probably every message is screened. I got no EXP after saying the first negative thing. Crazy. Be nice to YouTube. Oh. Divine blind idiot god? Machine god, right? YouTube delays on stream is so shite. It is. That's true. Wait, can I change that? No, I don't think. Sorry. I know there's like a way to like reduce the amount of delay. Which I didn't do. Oh my god. Infinity. Do you become top chapter too because of that? Wait, no, you didn't overtake Kicker somehow. Thank you, Infinity. Appreciate it. You crazy. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. You're streaming on low latency mode. There's ultra low. How do you know I'm streaming on? Let me check. Oh yeah, you're right. That was a thing. But you can only change it before stream, not during stream, unfortunately. So I'm sorry. I did this. I'm sorry. And I'm still not earning any XP. How are you second place, Kicker? You're not even opening your wallet, so how are you second place? This also gets you XP. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Very cool. Oh, wait. I forgot to put my tail up. Here. Ta-da. Look at the jingling keys, aka my tail. There you go. Sorry. Very important. Legit no idea. Well, yeah, maybe it's a mod privilege thing. Hello, D-Spruck. Hello, hello. I am not Grey Lady. Oh my god, I think it's so funny that it took so long for some people to know what my name is or was. Yep. How am I grey? By the way, I'm not grey. I'm blue. I'm very obviously blue. I'm blue. That's some Loch Ness tail. It's cute, isn't it? It works without any concrete rails. Yeah, that's YouTube for you. What do you call? Guys, do you know my name? 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 Grey Loja? Shut up, man. Shut up. I'm not Grey Loja. I think it's one of them gold or blue dress situation. No, it's not. Blue woman? What the? It was Cell, I think. Yeah. Well, it's Celoja, but you can call me Cell. It's not Blue Loja or Creature or Blue Thing. John? I'm not John. Wait. I can be John. I can be John for you guys. One moment. How can you just put the tail on or off and still moving everywhere? Do you like put it in an electric socket? No. I can like tell my tail to go down, tail, and then it spins downwards. And now I spin it back up. Ta-da! It's like a helicopter. I can do like helicopter, you know? Helicopter. Oh, wait. Can I show? It's not a perfect helicopter. Wait. Am I pressing the wrong? Oh god! Don't look at how wonky it is at times. Why is it so wonky today? Holy shit! Oh my god. Okay, well, you can ignore how wonky it is. It's not supposed to be that wonky. Am I using the wrong version? Well, okay. Helicopter, guys. Helicopter. Yep, I tried. A magic tail indeed. It works. You know, it works. Just constantly floating behind you. Well, it does the job. It does the job of like sweeping it forward. Upwards. Right, sorry. I can become John for you guys. One moment. I need to grab my... Here. There you go. It's me, John Warhammer. I am John Warhammer today. Shame I can't clip here the same way as other streaming sites. You can still clip, can't you? It's just different. John Tuber. It's me, John Tuber. John Vtuber. That's so good. Thank you. Wait. John Warhammer. Heartwarmer? No, Warhammer. It's really distracting. Feel like a cat when the tail comes out. Is that a bad thing? Or a good thing? It's like the ADHD Subway servers or whatever you put in like the corner of a video. Bullhammer? No. Oh, wait. Wait. I can't... Okay. Me using the term Warhammer is bad for Games Workshop. Okay, one moment. We need to grab the other card. Okay. John Warhammer. Oh my god, I'm gonna get sued. I'm gonna get sued, guys. Okay, wait. There we go. It's me, John Hammer. Alright, there we go. Now I can't get sued. Oh my god, John Warhammer, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Warhammer solved. Wait, this is fine too, right? This is fine too. Gonna go lurk. No worries. Hammerman. It's me, Hammerman. Yep. Oh my god. Miami. No. Thank you, Miami. Appreciate it. Oh no, now more people get emotes. Thank you. Let me check the leaderboard. How does that affect the leaderboard? Where are you on the leaderboard? Wait, Miami, I don't see you on the leaderboard. Oh wait, you're at the bot. What happened, Miami? It didn't give you that much EXP. You're getting scammed. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe they would do this. Can't believe they would do this. Hi, Eric. Hello. Gifted thingy doesn't count? What? Oh my god. So you need to super chat in order to get the chatting EXP? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow, YouTube, that's crazy. I'm around, you sure are around. Oh. Yep, guys. It's nice to see you all. It's nice to see you all. Sorry, grabbing some things real quick. One moment. Okay, there we go. This crazy train. Scam lotion. I'm not scamming. How am I scamming? It's YouTube. It's YouTube, not me. John Warhammer, your mission is to find the remaining 39 key Warhammers scattered in this accursed galaxy and defeat Robot Gurdy Man. 39k? Oh my god, that's a lot of hammers for me to collect. I can try. Didn't notice till I refreshed. Oh, do you not get like a notification or whatever? Because Twitch does that, like, yep, here you go, notification. I'm not quite sure because I've never gotten like a YouTube membership myself. I only watch YouTube videos. You're hammered, Sean? No. Sorry, let me lower my music a little bit. Oh yeah, I got a really fun emote yesterday from a friend. But she needs to change it because Games Workshop will sue her ass, or my ass, if we use it. But I can show you guys real quick, okay? She made me the most amazing emote. And I had to ask people, chat, on what the hell I'm supposed to name it. Let's see, where is it? Okay. What did we settle on? You got Warhammer on your phone? Wait, what was it? Wait, what was the name of the emote? So now that I'm top chatter, do you have powers or something? You get to show up. You get to show off on me. Cool. Where is it? Here. You got games? Oh, right. Yeah, okay, so this is the emote that a friend of mine made. It's me, but bald. And you got games? It's the you got games kind of thing. It's fucking crazy, I know, but she put the freaking Games Workshop logo on it, and it will get me sued. Probably. If we use it like this. Please, Games Workshop, have mercy on me. Go Warhammer. You got hammers on your phone. Yeah, you got hammers on your phone. It looks so much like a gun thing. Oh my god. Well, yeah, okay, I can see that. What is this creature? I know. She made me horrifying, but it's really funny. The resemblance is uncanny. Okay, wait. Break my mouth. It's kind of hard. Sorry. Who's the real one? Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry for being like this. It's a Warhammer. It looks so goofy. I love it. But yeah, it's gonna be changed. I don't know what to, but no, something that won't get Warhammer ninja sent my way. Is there like an equivalent of like ninjas in Warhammer? I love when you're out of frame and your avatar just looks in for a second. It just looks it kind of loses tracking at times. Horrifying straight out from the bar. Wait, what? You think that is someone out the warp? Rat ninjas? Okay, yeah. I don't want Games Workshop to send the rat ninjas my way. This Assassinorum? Assassinorum? Whatever that is. I don't want them to send like the copyright assassins my way. Like, you know how Nintendo sends out the copyright ninjas? Like that. Inquisition? Oh god. The copyright scape? I think they're all horrible. Okay, thanks. I hate it. I hate it. I'm losing sanity since exposed to that thing. Well, I'm sorry. Raven Guard also fits that description. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, I also got a new other emote, which is less horrifying, but it's still like very goofy. This one. Oh, sorry. I love goofy emotes, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Goofy emotes are the best. If Bricky can make 50 videos about Warhammer, you probably don't need to worry about copyright. You think? I think I should not take like any risk because it's scary getting litigated or sued or whatever. Super One Piece coded. Oh yeah, I saw the thing you sent earlier. The resemblance is uncanny. It is. This emote is based on like a new model that I'm getting soon, TM. So it looks a little different, slightly different. Yep, that's me, guys. The copyright Templars. Okay, I love that. Copyright Templars. Yep. I could comprehend this only the first day, not gonna lie. Not on a Tuesday. I'm sorry. Been watching the React for a while, but first time I call a stream. Hello, Lord. Hello. Welcome in. I haven't streamed on YouTube in a very long time, so but welcome. Sel when she gets asked if she's on the menu for the 8th time that stream. Me? Favorite swamp lizard. I'm not a swamp lizard. I'm not. And people don't remember the name, she gets like that. Yeah, that's literally me. Me when you call me gray lizard or gray person. So you. No, I'm not. I am not. I am not. Okay, I am not. The gray lady. I am not a gray lady either. Oh man. Oh, right. I feel like I haven't really shown the YouTube people the new model before. Or like stuff for the new model. Might as well show you guys. So you guys don't get surprised at one point. They're like... And you guys go like, who the hell is she? Why is she different? Who's this? It's not gonna be like wildly different, but... Let me pull up a picture. Your name's as... No! My name is Cell. Celoja. But call me Cell. So, I'm getting a new model from a different artist. So the art style is gonna be different, but it's very pretty. It's very pretty. So, have no fear. Just trying to find a picture for you guys. Let me show you guys the original concept. Your name is Cell. It's not cell phone. It's not cell phone. Oh my god, I almost showed the wrong thing. Alright, so I have a new outfit, new model coming. It's basically a maid dragon. A dragon maid. Cute idea, right? That's a perfect name. Wow, perfect cell. Oh, frick, too big. Ta-da! Ta-da! This is like the outfit that I got designed for it a while ago. So it's based on this outfit. Isn't it cute? Will it have similar looks and colors? Well, I would say colors. Yeah, kinda. Dragon Maid is an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! It is! It is. They're cute, aren't they, the Dragon Maids? Damn, right? It's cute! It's cute. I really like the design. Fat tail. The tail's gonna be different too. But it's still pretty fat, I would say. It's fluffy. It's gonna be like one of them Eastern dragons. Tails. From aunt to big sis. You think I'm an aunt right now? You think I'm an auntie right now? Me? Auntie? Me? Oh my god. Oh my god. We need a maid outfit for you after. I'm getting a maid outfit. We're getting this. We're getting this design, but slightly different with the horns and the eyes and the tail being different. I see no fluff. Yeah, it's not only this one. Mature. Okay, well, you don't think this is mature? The maid outfit? Compared to this? Is that how you guys feel? It's okay. I can't. Oh no. Oh no, this is the first time someone called me an auntie. I took mental damage from that. Oh. What is your favorite feature in your model? I would say the eyes. The eyes of my new model is very freaking pretty. Very freaking pretty. Let me pull up a picture for you guys, because I've been showing that around. I prefer more the old one. Seems more classy. I think they have like very different feelings. So it's not gonna be for everyone, but the most important thing is that it makes me happy, which it does. And I think it's just very cute. Bum, 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 bum. See, like I said, it's gonna be like made by different model artists. So what you see right now, it's not gonna be like this model. I know this model is very pretty. Unfortunately, we are gonna go with a different artist, but it's still very pretty. Can you get that accursed picture of the screen in the corner? I can. Give me a second. Give me a second while I... Alright, new eyes. I can show you guys the new eyes of the model. Ba-bam! Ta-da! Look, eyes. Oops, wrong one. I'm removing all the wrong pictures. Sorry. Look. It's purple. Kind of fits. Not blue. No, it's gonna be pink purple-ish. But look at the whites in the middle. I think that looks really cool. Not too late. No, you're not late at all, Ricker. We're just yapping. We're just yapping. I like the purple. Me too. I like the purple. I like the whites in the middle. What do you call it? Iris? The iris? Yeah, the iris. Which, fun fact, a lot of you guys won't know this. Only like the people that have watched me for like years. My very first model, I made myself, and originally the eyes of that model also had like a white iris. So I feel like it's a little bit of a throwback to that. But it's cute, isn't it? Ta-da! It's very cute. Thank goodness, and beautiful eyes. Thank you. At least, if it's not worse thing. No, that's. If someone called me old, I will cry. I think that would be the pupil. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I always confuse pupil and iris together. Wait, let me Google. Pupil or iris? Let me see. Oh, wait, you're right. It's the pupil. The iris is the whole ass thing. It's the whole ass thing. The iris is the thingy around the pupil. Yeah. I don't know why, but I always confused it too. So this is the eyes that I've shown before. I can show more. Just haven't like shown the full thing yet, which I will soon, TM. Are you potato today? I'm always potato. I'm always potato. Let's see. Okay, I showed the sorry. I showed the chest area of the model. Don't judge me. I showed this on Twitter. Don't judge me. It's this. Look. I guess it's kind of, if I can like fit it together, kind of like this. Kind of. Can you imagine it? It's cute. Don't judge it. It's very pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty, isn't it? It's cute. Put them away. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ew, gross. I know. It's like having cooties. Just put the eyes right on top. It's gonna be so goofy if I do that. It's so goofy. I judge it to be pretty. It's better than I thought. It's very pretty, Giorgio. I know people really like my current model, but the new model is freaking beautiful. Okay, it's really pretty. It's very detailed, very pretty. The coloring is super pretty. And the rigging is very smooth. Which, this one is already beautiful. I mean, smooth too and pretty. Are you so beautiful? It costs money, guys. It costs money. Alright? Pretty models are not cheap. Doesn't even look like a mimic? It's not a mimic. It's not a mimic. It's not a mimic. Did you eat anything before your stream? On Warhammer in these past like minutes? I have not eaten anything. Wait, I had some potato chips. I had some potato chips earlier. That's about it. But no, I have not eaten anything during or before stream. Have you not had dinner? No, I haven't. Kinda stayed in bed all day long. But that's okay, I'll eat off stream. It's a chest, real chest look like me. Oh, wait, I get it. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. You cannibal? Because I ate a potato? I think of all the VTubers I watch, you are the one I constantly wait to see live and chat. Oh, Ricker! Oh, I'm sorry for not streaming too much on YouTube. Oh, I appreciate it though. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I need to stream on YouTube more consistently. But I don't know. I'm busy with like, dude. I've been trying to upload videos. The editing takes more time than I would think. Than I thought. There we go. Why did new model have hair on one shoulder? Oh, it's like a looks like dead mom hair. Yeah. I don't know, it's just cute, I think. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! How about dual streaming? I could try. I'm just like kind of worried about dual streaming with me having to like pay attention to two things. Maybe. But I could try, see how it goes. I think OBS. I don't know if there's like a way for OBS to show like two chats in one, maybe? In like one window? Or if they're like, I don't know. I would need to find out how exactly it works. But if people are like interested in that type of thing, I could always try dual streaming. I don't mind trying. Thoughts are hard, I know. Okay, you eat, but did you sleep enough? I did sleep. Yeah, I did sleep enough. I took a nap. I will not go to bed. Sorry, it's freaking almost 10 p.m. I'm not gonna go back to bed, okay? Sure, there's guides on how to do. Yeah, there's guides. I'm sure. It's just like pushing myself out of a comfort zone, which is not a bad thing to do. I just need to try it and set it up. I'm more for a YouTube watcher than a Twitch watcher, since that website deletes its own streams after a while. That's true. Yeah, no, you're right. It's not past my bedtime, okay? Do you like side-scroller games? Like Mario? Like old Mario games? Like that type of side-scrollers? Wait, what do you consider a side-scroller, per se? What the hell? You're a potato. A sweet potato even, Despook. That's a potato! A sweet potato! Thank you, appreciate it. Oh my god. Does that give you XP too? Oh, I don't think it did. Damn. Instagram Reels? Like a side-scroller Instagram Reel. A game where it scrolls from the side, like Silk Song? I mean, Hollow Knight? Would that be considered a side-scroller? Because it kind of scrolls to the side. Have you heard of the game called Shank? Shank? No, I've never heard of a game called Shank. But that sounds kind of funny, like stabby. Guess I'm a potato now? You were always a potato from the start. You absolute potato. No! But even, okay, when you guys say side-scroller, I just think of like, 2D. Is that not what side-scroller is supposed to mean? Side-scroller game. I'm Googling. Side-scroller game. It just looks like a 2D platformer. Or just anything, really, that's 2D. What does it mean? The moment I hear Shank, I think London. Me too. There we go. Shank, yeah. Do not. Castlevania? Castlevania is like a... Oh, wait, yeah. No. Castlevania are side-scrollers. It's a platformer, but the world scrolls as you walk through it. So, like... But wouldn't it be like any 2D game that has like, 2D view? Kind of... I don't know how to explain. Like Mario! Old Mario, man! Old Kirby! Those are side-scrollers then too, no? Side-scroller is only to the side? But like older Kirby games are side-scrollers, and Mario games, and what about Metroid? Metroid is side-scrolling then, right? Oh wait! Would like being able to go down be something that would not make it side-scroller? You scroll on your side? You know what? I think I don't know what a side-scroller is. Today I learned. They are? Oh god, my head hurts. Castlevania is another one that is part of Vanias, where you go back and forth, up, down, left, right. Okay, and side-scroller is only left, right then. That's what you mean. Oh, then I guess I haven't really played any side scrollers that strictly only go left or right. I think. Huh. Yeah, no, I can't think of any game that I've played that does that. That only does that, even. But, I guess I would try. Who else is scrolling the sides? Do not scroll the sides, man. Do not scroll the sides. No, I haven't, no, I haven't really played games like that. That I can think of. But you know what I've been playing lately? I started playing Fallout for the very first time. I'm starting with like New Vegas. It is very fun so far. Even though I'm literally getting jump scared by everything. And up and down scroll like jumping. Oh, that goes up and down, yeah? Cuphead? Does Cuphead only go side? Oh wait, yeah, it does! Wait, you're right. Kinda, right? Wait, no, can't you like climb up? Kinda? What about beat 'em ups? Beat 'em ups. Like, God, I wanted to say like Dynasty Wars, but I don't think Dynasty Wars count as a beat 'em up game, right? Or does it? I don't think it do. Does it? Not quite sure. You'll probably love Joshua Graham from New Vegas DLC. I'm pretty early in the game still. I just got to... Where did I get to last time? I got like past Novak in... Oh yeah, I'm Novak. I'm about to like leave Novak after like shooting these ghoulies to the stars. Yep. Dragon Crown is best. Oh my god, Dragon Crown is so obscure. But I really like the studio that makes that makes like Dragon Crown, I guess. That made Dragon Crown. Like Vanillaware. They have like banger art. So I actually really kinda like Dragon's Crown. Even if like the people there have like bazongas, like big bazongas. Big badonkas. And when I say big, I mean huge badonkas, okay? I'm serious. If you Google it, you'll know what I mean, guys. Google it, and you'll be like, oh my god. But Odin Sphere is also very pretty. Same thing. I like Odin Sphere, which maybe is side-scrollery. Which one you play in Dragon's Crown? I think I played the elf back in the day. I think. Interesting. Don't you? Just look it up, okay? Just look it up. You'll know what I mean. Who's your favorite character so far from Fallout? Oh, I'm really early in, so I'm not quite sure if there's many characters. Let me think. Have I come across a lot? Kind of tricky. Well, I guess Boone? There's this guy. There was this guy in like this dino building sculpture thingamajig. He was a sniper dude. His wife got kidnapped and I guess maybe died. I can't tell. Not yet, at least. And I had to go find out who was the culprit, or who the one who basically caused all of this. Yes. And I found her. Then I put her somewhere and he shot her. I was like, thumbs up. And now he's following me around. And he's kind of cool. And I got this beret. Yeah. I feel like I haven't met that many characters and actually like communicated with them properly beyond like maybe shooting them. Mr. Bright. Oh yeah, Bright. But I don't know, I showed him away. Didn't get to talk to him for that long. One of the best most characters, damn. Oh, come in way later. Oh. Making friends is hard in life. It sure is, especially in the wasteland. Nurgle faction cell model when? Like me rotting? Me green? Me icky? I'm trying to imagine what I would look like without being disgusting. You know? How do you make a Nurgle model that's not like disgusting? I think that might be an issue. Best I can do is this. Wait. Best I can do is this for you guys. Here you go. You don't? That's what I thought too. Do you know the SCP universe? I know of it, but I don't know the specifics. I played like one of them multiplayer, like friend-stop games that are set in the back rooms. Isn't Backrooms also like SCP-esque, kinda? Or was it something else? Will you watch Pancreas' Age of Sigmar video? Can someone remind me what Age of Sigmar is exactly compared to like Warhammer Fantasy and 40k? Was it like a completely different time period, or was it like the cooler Warhammer Fantasy? Maybe add like little... No, I don't want to have maggots, Ricker. I don't want to have maggots on my model. Oh no, that would be disgusting. I'm sorry. I like Nurgle, but I don't like Nurgle enough to put it like on a model. I don't want to be like that, man. I don't want to be a zombie dragon kind of thing. Age of Sigmar is sort of a sequel to Fantasy. Oh, okay. Are they still working on Warhammer Fantasy, or did they just like completely give that a go to Age of Sigmar? Backrooms isn't SCP, but there's a Backrooms like SCP. Oh. I thought they were like kind of related. I know there's like a lot of SCP games though. There's like this one game you can play with your friends, where people can like play turns to being like the pew 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 guys, the researchers, and the SCPs. I think that would be really funny to play if you had like a big group of people. Age of Sigmar is fantasy. Oh, it's what happens after Fantasy's world ends. The world ends? The world ended? Even kaboom? Warhammer AOS is to Warhammer Fantasy what Warhammer 40k is to Warhammer 40k. Oh, okay, that makes sense. The Guild Fantasy was dead for like 9 years, replaced by Age of Sigmar, and now Fantasy is back as the Old World. Like a WoW classic kind of thing. Okay. So, a reboot. Okay. I'm excited for the Backrooms movie. There's a movie coming out? How are they gonna do that? Huh. Fantasy is technically lore-wise finished, so the only thing to do is censor it. What are they doing with the old world then? Just new lore or just like fixing stuff? Do you prefer sci-fi like Warhammer or magic like Warhammer Fantasy or both? I think in general I'm not too picky. I like both. It really depends on the story, I think. I care more about the characters, I think. But like aesthetically, if I had to like pick based on aesthetics, I guess I would go for fantasy. But I'm fine with either. It actually looks decent. Oh, this is random numbers. Well, I think I could have guessed that with your name. Like a num-nums. Do not be scared, numbers. Random. You are okay here. You are alright. No one will eat you. I think. Some people hate it for replacing fantasy, but I like it. I saw like a lot of figurines for it. Or minis. When I was at the store. Like, I feel like the majority of the figurines that I sell at the store, because I have like a nerd store in my city, I feel like the majority was like freaking Age of Sigmar stuff. And then surprisingly also a lot of Tyranids. Somehow. Which I kind of thought about getting, but like I haven't finished my Nurgles. My Nurglings! I'm refusing to buy anything until I finish my mini grape pile of shade. I primed them, guys. I primed them. It just took forever. Because I learned that brush on primer is painful. Brush on primer is painful. Now I get why people were like, why didn't you get like the spray things? Why no spray? Yeah. If only I knew. If only I knew. What about playing Dead Space? Ooh. Dead Space is scary. I am a coward. I'm a coward. You can get sassy Nurglings. Okay, I'm gonna turn my Nurglings into Pikmins. I'm gonna put like a flower on their heads. My issue like horror games is that I'm terrible with them. You know how I'm playing like Fallout New Vegas, right? I'm getting jump scared by every little thing in that game. Literally, you know the noise that appears when you discover a new location? That jump scared me. That jump scared me. A mole rat skittering in front of me, I get jump scared. A ghoul jumping out of nowhere, starting to stab me, I scream. Someone opening the door, I scream. Yeah. So like, you know, that space is gonna like murder me. Yeah. But I know a friend that loves that space. And I feel like they said it wasn't that bad, but I guess maybe they're like a horror expert too. Discovered cell. Literally! That was me! Brush on is the worst option, only better than not using a primer at all. I didn't know. It came like in my paint sets. I had like a paint set with like multiple paints, colorados, along with the primer. So I thought, I'm set. I'm all set. I'm ready. I am so ready for this. I was not ready, guys. I was not ready to paint. Now no longer blue. Hi, I am now Nurgle colored. As my grandpapa would love, okay? My grandpapa would love this color. Right? I think it looks pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. The eyes especially are nice. You're scared yet you keep going. I'm trying so hard, man. I'm trying so hard. Alien Isolation. I tried playing Alien Isolation too, but I didn't get past the tutorial. I got beat by the tutorial. I'm too bad at the game and the tutorial beat me. I couldn't stealth past the people. I couldn't stealth past the people. And you know that game? Alien Isolation also made my PC do like or my GPU, it made like a call line, like the GPU started making noises that I've never heard before, so that scared me. But apparently it's not like that big of an issue, coil line, I think. What color should we paint the kids? Nurgle lime. Nurgle lime, yes. If you get too scared, don't play. I do wanna like get braver. I wanna try. I am gonna try Resident Evil though. I'm gonna start with like Resident Evil 2, the remake, with Leon. I can smell it through the screen. You can't, okay? You can't. I smell like grass. Grass. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of figured I should get started with that maybe once I either finish New Vegas or when I need a change of pace. But so far I'm just really enjoying New Vegas, so I played that for like how long yesterday? 4 hours? 6 hours in one go during stream? Something like that. Get RE1 from PS1. Does that one have like tank controls? You're super brave with with the mines? Oh god, I hate the mines. Dragon smoking. I'm not smoking blunts, okay? I'm not. I'm just making my grandpapa proud. Grass without the No! Point and click horror games could be a good start. Oh, wait. Point and click horror games? Do you know any? I don't know any. Oh, that could work. What is a point and click horror game? I don't know any. What the hell? You'd probably enjoy Dead Space more than the game then. Just spooky aliens. Aztec lizards? What is that? Aztec lizards. Oh. Oh, is that? What are these? Is this from Warhammer? What you're looking forward to knowing about the Skaven? I want to learn about the Skaven. The cushion lizard. I'm not a cushion lizard, okay? I'm not a lizard at all. I'm not. Look, I'm not. Let me see. Limbo of the Lost. What was that? Oh, is that a point-click horror game? Limbo of the Lost. Limbo of the Lost. Oh, that's old looking. That's an old ass game. Holy shit. The greatest bad game. Are you recommending a bad game to me? This doesn't look scary. This looks old, and it's too old to be. Well, it's kind of goofy looking. Legacy of Cain, Blood Omen, or Soul Reap. Are those horror? Those aren't horror, are they? Exit 8 might be good for you, Cell. Exit 8. Exit 8? Oh, it's that game! I saw people briefly play that. Is that just walking simulator? I could try. Should watch a Madalore video about it. Okay. I love my boy Pancreas. Hello, Himbo. Hello. I have not watched the video yet. Honestly, I've been yapping a little bit too long. But I'm just having fun yapping with you guys. But I guess soon we'll go watch it. No, they're not, but they're good games. Oh, okay. Watch video. There is a video for us to watch. I'm just yapping so hard. Oh, well, my moment. Sorry, friend sent me something and I had to respond. Very important. Yap is still yap is eternal. You say that. You say that, but I know people want to watch the video. That's why a lot of people are here, I think. But that's fine. Is this the Fantasy or Age of Sigmar? Fantasy! Are they that different with factions? Me grab the video. I had it open here. There we go. I also highly recommend Stories Untold. Oh, never heard of that one. Okay, wait. Let me check something, because I've been like separately recording my videos recently, and I can't quite remember if I can do the same on YouTube. Let me see. I think it should carry over. Wait. Oh, where did my screen? Oh, there we go. Thank you, OBS. First time being here. Hello, Jay. Hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Don't Escape. I don't know any horror games apparently, because all of these names are very unfamiliar to me. Yep, so long the music looped again. Did it? Oh, frick, you're right. It did. Well, here you go. New music. We lost the Zaza dragon. I don't want to be the Zaza dragon. I don't want to be a Zaza dragon. Metro Exodus is a shooter game that can get quite scary. I'm really bad at shooting. I am terrible at shooting. But I'm getting some practice in New Vegas. Kind of. Maybe a model view based on Slater Princess. Oh, Slater Princess is cool. So like a black and white model. I could like recolor this model to be black and white. I have like a color scheme we call freaking Golf Loja. But I didn't make one that's completely black and white. That would be kind of cool, actually. Where is it? Here, look. Because I can't like recolor the dress bit, unfortunately. But like the hair and all, we can. But like a completely monochrome one would be cool too. Oh my god, I should try that. Slater Princess idea is enormous. It is. It will be very cute. Wait, I can do long hair. So I think this one looks not that great with long hair. That color scheme is amazing. It's cute, isn't it? I like the hair. But you know, you can make this combo even better by and we did this yesterday actually by accident. Isn't this cute? This is cute, isn't it? Darth Cell, that's me. That's me. Dark cat lizard. No, I'm not a cat or a lizard. No, I've played Slater Princess before. Although I think they added like some new stuff at one point. But Slater Princess was amazing. Very cute. Quad ears. Don't look at the quad ears. Black with horns like a little Nerissa. Oh, you're right. It was kind of Nerissa coated with the horns. It's cute. It is very cute. Wait, true for... Don't think about it. Don't think about it, okay? Do not think about the ears. Don't think about the ears, guys. Don't. Some MF said unlizarded the dragon. A lizard? Who said that? Wait, who said? I missed that part. Oh my god. Who said that? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I feel like this is the librarian dragon. Your librarian is called John Hammer. I pulled. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Wait, well, which one was this? There we go. Wait, put this thing here. Maybe it's time to watch a video. Let me grab the thingamajiggies. Oh, that's very dark. One moment. I summon the YouTube chat. I make YouTube chat bigger. There we go. And let me grab all the other things. Give me a moment. Here. I think I got it here. Still screening this. Oh god, Pancreas. That was too early, Pancreas. Now your hair looks white. I am very bright. I'm sorry. I know. Oh, wait, is it working? Statement. Okay, it is working. We're back to Warhammer Orange. This is not fantasy. Music. White hair. This is blue. This is blue. This is not white or gray. Okay, you guys need glasses or a colorblind test. This is not white. This is not white. John hammer these nuts. No, no, no. It's not a John. It's not a. It's not a these nuts joke. Maybe she. How is this albino? How is this albino, guys? How is this albino? I'm in my corner. You have the glasses? Well, what's wrong with the glasses? Oh, wait. Oh, I mean, you okay. You can have my glasses. That's also good. That's also fine. All right. Y'all sure she didn't go back to green? I'm not green, guys. I am not green. Can you guys tell me if the audio is okay for you all? Is it too loud for
I
you
like
all?
when people get into Warhammer. It's always
Is
a
it
joy to have more
quiet?
people to play with and interact with in the hobby space. It's a new chance for me to
I think the audio is probably fine, no? It looked okay to me when I checked it just now.
controversial statement.
There I go. Fellatio ice blue. We yapped so long, my shift finished. Alright. Good luck with the drive home. Okay for me? Alright. Then, let me posture check a little bit. 1 moment. Oh, let me make my tea. So I had got something to drink. Okay, there we go. My tea is boiling. Or my water is. It's about the same volume as your voice. Oh, that's okay. Well, it's more for you guys because I am recording separately too, and I can adjust the volume for that later on in the edits, so that's fine. Record. What kind of tea? I have a black loose leaf tea. It's a Ceylon tea with peach and mango. So it's a fruity black tea, basically. It's very nice. I like it. There we go. Truly, how is that a hack moment? Because I like tea? Me liking tea makes me a hag? Ooh. Ooh. If I was a hag, I would be living in a swamp or something like that, right? I am not. I am not. There you go. Ever heard of Tipa? No? What is a Tipa? A Tipa? There we go. I am not, man. I am not. You could don't. No! Wait, do you have like. No, hacks are a D&D thing, not a Warhammer thing. Right? Yeah. I don't think they have like hacks in Warhammer, do they? I'm more of a coffee and hot chocolate person. I like my drinks sweet. So coffee, I don't mind if as long as it's not like black. They sure do. Really? Warhammer took a lot from D&D. So they got like the hacks? River troll hacks. Oh, so they do have hacks. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't know that. Do they have mimics? There's witch hacks. Oh. Hacks are a folklore thing. I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. Let's get you to bed and a warm cup of milk. I don't like milk. I don't like drinking milk, man. They don't have mix? Darn. That would be kind of funny. Okay, there we go. The changeling, a Zinch demon. They got changelings? Oh. Warhammer takes from everything, like my favorite Inquisitor, Obi-Wan Sherlock Clouseau? Clouseau? Wait, is that real? Is that a real Inquisitor? Obi-Wan Sherlock. Obi-Wan Sherlock? Is that real? Yes? What? Yes? That's the first canon. What? Obi-Wan Sherlock. From the 1987 rulebook? That is an amazing name. Just a little thing. That is amazing. That's amazing. For Inquisitor, oh my god. And he was the first ever named one too. Wow. Things were pretty silly. Oh, not like, well, not as dark as it was now. Or maybe both. There's an imperial world called Birmingham. Okay, and does it suck? Does it suck living in Birmingham? Oh, do they have a London world too, where people get stabbed? Tifa, oh, how dare you, Rick? It sucks living in Birmingham. Oh my god. Wait, where was Games Workshop located again? Like the actual company in the UK. I know it's in the UK. Was it in Birmingham? That's Armageddon. That's London. It's in Nottingham. Oh, close enough. Close enough. You live in Birmingham? That's so funny. You already live in Warhammer universe, Steve, yo. They still use muskets because they're so backwater. Oh my god. Oh. I want the Birmingham lore now. Where's the Birmingham video? Okay, well, we got the video right here. A different video, that is. We are ready to watch, I think. There we go. Let me think. All right, I think we are gonna go watch the video. What I need from you guys is behave. I need you guys to behave, be nice and all. Although I think that won't be an issue. Also, if you want to say hello to your future self or friends or a mom or dad or family, whatever, to your peers, you can be like, hi, YouTube. Hello, fellow chatters. Hello, potatoes. Whatever you want, really. No? Oh. Well, I trust you guys. I trust you guys. He asked for too much. I didn't ask for too much, okay? I did not ask for too much. All right. Well, you guys do that. I'm gonna do an intro. I'm gonna do this in 1 or 2 takes. Watch me, okay? Hello, YouTube. Hello. Why did I say that? Take two. Hello, YouTube. My name is Alosia, and today we are gonna learn about Warhammer Fantasy factions for the very first time. This is actually the first thing that I'm learning about Warhammer Fantasy at all. And I'm excited. I want to learn more about the Skaven. And I have picked a PancreasNoWork video for this one. So I'm sure it's going to be informative. Thanks, YouTube. You guys are not stuck in my basement, okay? I did it in 2 takes. Are you guys proud of me? Anyway, let's have a looky at the video together. My legs are full. What are you guys doing? You guys are trolling. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right. Shut up, potato. Okay, focus, guys, focus. There's a video to watch.
I like when people get into Warhammer. It's always a controversial statement.
All the way from the start. I was not starting from the start. There we go.
Controversial statement, I like when people get into Warhammer. It's always a joy to have more people to play with and interact with in the hobby space. It's a new chance for me to try and convert someone, anyone, into accepting that the Eldar are actually really cool and interesting, and please just for 5 minutes stop saying elf bad. But speaking of elves, every time there's a wave of people that first learn about Warhammer, there's always one thing in common with them. None of them realize there's more to Warhammer than Space Marines, Tyranids, and spikier Space Marines. There's a whole other pair of settings that also exist, and they just
That's true. I only knew about 40k at the start. I didn't even know there was a freaking fantasy. Or, you know, I can't talk. Sorry. I didn't know there was like a little different. I can't talk anymore. Ah! I'm going to cut this out. Don't worry. I didn't know there was a completely different setting. But I like it. I like it. It's cool. And there's a lot of different. There's quite a bit of differences too, no? Like different factions and all. They got the Skaven here, which I don't think is a thing in 40k at all, maybe? Yep.
fly right under the radar half the time. And this sucks, because the best Warhammer setting is right there. Yeah, GW ended it, but then it came back. And if you don't want to, you don't even have to collect thousands of dollars of minis to play with this one. Kind of. Warhammer Fantasy has been around longer than even 40k. It's had its ups, it's had its downs. It got blown up for a little bit, but thanks to total...
Oh, is this the one you guys are talking about, like Warhammer Fantasy being brought back to the old worlds or whatever? Warhammer Classic, basically?
War, Vermintide, and the constant nagging of the community, you can once again play in the old world. With elves, dwarves, and humans as standard, but also some more out-there races, such as magical frogs, rats, and Walmart shoppers. And not enough people know about them.
Wait, what's that? It has like a little goblin behind. What is this? Isn't that just a human? Is that not just a human, this one? Or is it like a giant or whatever? Yes? The orc? That's an orc? Oh, an ogre! It's you. It's not me! An ogre. Okay, that makes sense.
Not nearly enough. And not nearly enough people learn that this setting is even a thing. So I'm gonna be doing my part today. Today I'm gonna learn you all about every faction in Warhammer Fantasy. Some of them had extensive army lists and plot relevance, some of them languished when unupdated army books for years on end, and some of them until recently were relegated to about 3 pages of background lore. Doesn't matter, we're doing it all. If you can conceivably consider it an actual faction, they'll be here. Think of it as a companion to this video. That one was me trying to overview the setting as a whole, and this one is about the groups of people in the setting. So let's dive into a world of fantasy, and see what all that nonsense about them having the Warhammer is all about. But you're about to start listening to me list off all kinds of factions, and do you know...
Is this a Warhammer? This thing here? Because I do know Warhammer Online. Wait, there's an online game? Is it like an MMO? Sorry, I got sidetracked. Sorry, I just saw it. I was like, what? What in the world? I know they act like an actual Warhammer compared to Warhammer 40k. Is this the object? It's a Warhammer. There's multiple Warhammers? It's a Warhammer. Oh, okay. No? It was a game. It shut down years ago. Oh, damn. That's unfortunate. The Warhammer is called Gal Moraz. Oh, and I'm going to assume that's not Gal Moraz. You want one? Sure, I'll take one. There was an MMO. They tried to compete with WoW, but failed. That was in the same era as when WoW launched? Oh, God. That must be confusing, too, because both freaking names have war in them for people. All right, I didn't know that. Wow. There's a lot of overlap between the two, no? With like orcs, elves, demons.
What you could be listening to me with? Raycon and their Everyday Earbuds, the sponsor of this video.
Color.
Raycon's Everyday Earbuds are some of the finest available on the market, and they've got a new and improved version just to go that extra mile. Let's just get right into the features of these bad boys. Multi-point connectivity, so if you and someone else want to share the music, you can with no problems.
That blue
Active
shade
noise cancellation,
almost my
because
shade.
Sometimes the outside world just needs to take a step back for a
made
bit.
in
And a new sleek
2008
ergonomic design to make them look and feel better than
Oh.
ever before. It's even got a cool protective case to keep them nice and safe. I've got them colored in a nice nice purple in
Oh,
a galaxy-themed case. It's got a nebula on it and everything. It's nice. You can get them in other options, though. There's plenty of colors to choose from. You know what's better than that? A 32-hour battery life that gets 90 minutes of battery per 10 minutes of charging. I forget to charge my headphones pretty often, and combined with my complete and utter lack of patience, that's usually a bad thing. But the everyday earbuds got my back. You can just charge them up for a little bit, and they're good to go. I use them when I'm painting or assembling minis. It's nice and relaxing, and the sound quality lets me tune out the world
that's what
and
he
get
looked
into the swing
like.
of
I didn't
things.
know.
This is good because, as you can see, I have a lot of minis to work on. But even with your own shopping needs, you can still enjoy the Raycon everyday earbuds. Click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/PancreasNoWork to get 15% off your Raycon purchase, plus free shipping. They're already half the price of other brands, and with my link, you can get them at an even better price. Spice up how you listen to music, podcasts, and more with Raycon's everyday earbuds. Now then, let's talk about where it all began.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's orc spelled with a C, by the way, not a K. But across the board, the greenskins of Warhammer Fantasy aren't that different from the ones in 40k, which is why we're starting with them. They like to fight.
Wait, these are spelled with a C. And the Warhammer 40k ones are specifically spelled with a K. Oh. Oh. Okay. The lads? The lads, do they have the color thing too? Do they have the Wah? Is that a thing? There's no difference between the orcs and the orcs. Like, we'll see about that. We'll see about that.
They're mushroom people, they're green. If you took an orc from 40k and put him in a greenskin tribe in fantasy, he probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Might wonder why no one has a decent shooter hanging around, but he'd be content with his life regardless. He might even be happier, because these orcs have characters like Grimgor instead of Ghazghkull. There are no thinking and tactics for Grimgor, only beating everything near him to death. The greenskins used to have some pretty different lore, being closer to D&D than anything else. They had half-orcs, and they didn't reproduce with mushroom spores. Then as time went on, that was moved away from, and eventually we came to where we are now in the old world. That being that the...
I forgot about that part. The orcs, they are spores, right? They're fungi. They are fungi. I still find that shocking. Like, how, what, why? How? Why? I won't question it, but what the hell? What the hell? They're fungi. Ha 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 ha. You guys are so funny, guys. What? I mean, you guys are orcs because y'all are fun guys, huh? Sorry. I'm sorry for that one.
The orcs hopped a ride with the old ones' ships when they came to the Warhammer Fantasy world. More on them later. From there, they naturally began spreading out across the entire world. The old ones and their servants did their best to get rid of the orcs, as they did all other races they weren't quite fond of, but you can't get rid of the orcs once they're on a planet. It's just not possible. So nowadays, if you wander around a given area long enough, chances are you'll find some greenskins kicking about, making things worse for whoever lives there. The orcs themselves are one of the biggest similarities between the two settings. The biggest guy is in charge of the tribe, and if you get a real big boss, he might be in charge of multiple tribes. And when you get a really big boss, you can get a whole proper WoW going. When this happens, you usually get a whole lot of dead humans and dwarfs. Painting something red still makes it go faster, painting it blue makes it luckier, and can block arrows from killing the blue-painted orc.
Purple?
And they still love looting. Not nearly as much as in 40k, but you can always find an orc in a tribe wearing dwarf plate armor or wielding a human greatsword he grabbed off a corpse. They do have some more savage brethren who judge other orcs for using...
Wait, are they small enough to fit into, like, dwarf gear? Because I would kind of imagine them to be, like, quite a bit bigger than, like, dwarves. How are they going to fit into that? Are they, like, human-sized? Are they dwarf-sized? The orcs? All this time? That cleaner the orc, that greener the orc. And everyone knows green is best. It's very much note. They just... they just boosted open. Oh, okay. Okay, they don't fit into it. All right, I was already wondering, like, how in the world are they gonna do that? They take it apart and strap on the piece. Oh, like that. Oh, okay.
Things like basic tools or digging a pit to shit in rather than just letting it drop where you stand, but aside from being a bit more magical, those orcs aren't really all that different. Where you get the biggest change, though, is with the goblins. See, in 40k, grots are an entire species of plot irrelevance to the orcs. You'll get one like Makari once in a blue moon who are allowed to be in the shadow of the spotlight of a far more famous orc, but the goblins in fantasy are an actual threat all by themselves. Sure, they're still cowardly and will refuse a stand-up fight unless they outnumber the enemy 40-1. Sure, they're still kicked around by the orcs and are used to do all the manual construction stuff.
They're not the same, are they? Because I remember someone once saying to me that the goblins and orcs were kind of the same in Warhammer, and I was confused. Because they look very different. They look very different from each other. Also, this is kind of like reminding me of like those what were they called? Like the rat caps? Those creepy little boogers. They come from the same mushrooms as they're also wait, they're also fungi? They're also fungi. Oh my god, I didn't know. Oh, okay. But they're not the same then. They're just, similar then. Maybe. Squigs? What the hell is a squig? Squig? Are we going to see that in the video too? Wait, I'm going to assume we'll see that then.
And sure, they're still slightly smarter than the orcs, so anything resembling any actual construction or research is done by them. But every now and then, not often, but every now and then, you get a goblin who's a cut above the rest. And when that happens, everyone's in trouble. The goblins are cunning little buggers. They know in a straight up fight they're gonna lose, so they'll wait till the biggest orc around is sleeping and slit his throat. Or poison his food, or convince him there's something shiny in a nearby cave filled with hungry trolls. And sometimes, if they're really insane, they'll overdose on literally magic mushrooms, and when they come back to reality, they've slaughtered every orc in charge in a manic frenzy. Now instead of a big green moron who just about knows which way is forward leading the army, you have someone like Skarsnik leading an orc army. A green little Sun Tzu who's gonna run circles around you and your entire military. Or you can get one that pretty much just lucks into the position, like Grom the Paunch, hallowed be his girth.
Wait, Round the Punch. I saw him in the Reggie video in Total Warhammer. You know that game. This is Grom, right? I know Pancreas also has a video on Grom, so I want to watch that too. But I figured we start with this first. Yep. Okay, cool. Goblins get high on psychedelic mushrooms. Oh god, and then they start stabbing everyone. Oh god, that's scary.
Instead of being clever, he just got incredibly lucky and was forced to eat troll meat. Instead of exploding, which is normally what happens when you do that, he just kept growing alongside it. Three things happened. 1, he got so incredibly fat he'd beat rival orcs by sitting on them. 2, he became a legend among goblins everywhere. The alpha male fantasy they all wish they could be. And 3, he nearly ended the world by...
He's a goblin? He's not an orc. That's a goblin? That's a goblin? Wait, I missed that part. I missed the part that this was not an orc? He looks like an orc. Troll meat regenerates. Wait a minute. Troll meat regenerates? So, like, if you were to eat a troll, a part of a troll, would that troll try to regenerate as normal, huge-ass troll inside of you? Like that? Like that? It expands inside? Yes? What? How did he live? How did he get through that? Then you go pop. Oh yeah, all right. But how did he consume that then? Like, did the stomach acid get to the troll first, or he's just built? How? What? Built silly? Pure look? He's built different. What the hell? Okay. He's him? Okay. Okay, wait. Hypothetically, guys, if you know something like a big-ass dragon were to eat a troll that regenerates, right? Like, maybe a piece of it. Dragons would have, like, humongous stomachs compared to a goblin, right? If they were to eat one and it regenerates, would they still explode? Or would they just, like, freaking get acided all up? Hypothetically, guys, okay? I'm not asking for any specific reason, of course. Of course. If it's bigger, it doesn't work. So you have a big... I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying, I'm asking for a hypothetical situation. If there was a big dragon that were to eat a troll, would they explode? Size matters. It would look like I'm pregnant. Okay, well, trolls don't get bigger. They recover lost bits. Oh. It would turn into fire. I'm asking for a friend, guys. I'm asking for a friend. Dragon's breath, fire, and fire stops troll meat regenerating. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So that's also a thing. All right, let's try it. No, I don't. It's not for me, guys. It's not for me. I'm not gonna try, man. I'm not gonna try. Eastern dragons with silver, Western dragons will be fine. Yeah, because Eastern dragons are slim and all. Okay, good. Good to know. I mean, interesting tidbit of information.
Sailing from the equivalent of the Middle East or Africa to the middle of the Atlantic and destabilizing the High Elves.
Here comes a troll airplane. Don't. I do not want a troll airplane, guys.
If you like grots but wish they could, do anything important ever, maybe take a look at the goblins. Their history really isn't anything special though, mostly because they're greenskins and what you see is what you get. Usually, they beat each other up. Every now and again, one of them beats up enough orcs that he convinces them all to go beat someone else up instead. This continues until that war boss is killed, and then the orcs disband and go back to beating each other up again. Some evil dwarfs like to use them as slaves, and when they tried to make bigger, stronger, and smarter orcs to use as slaves, they immediately learned why that was a bad idea when the orcs revolted. If you like being mean and green, you'll like the orcs. And one crucial thing I nearly forgot, they love to dance. Warzag may be the prophet of the orc gods first, but he's a hell of a dancer second. Now let's get out of the realm of similarities and into some things fantasy really does different.
Lizard man.
When the old ones showed up, the planet they arrived on was ideal for creating the ultimate weapon to fight chaos. Of course, they still had to create it. So to do that, they started by moving the planet closer to the sun to warm it up, which pissed...
They just moved the whole ass planet? The space frogs, the magical space frogs were like, let me just move this, with our... hocus pocus magic technology. That's crazy. Yep. Are they just using magic, or like is it like straight up technology that they're using? Because that thing just now looks. This looks like highly advanced technology, not magic. Both? Oh, okay. Oh, God, they're like super aliens. Finger tech is magic to us. Like, oh, all right. We don't know. Once again, the old ones are built different. Everyone is built different. You mean? That's Halo? Wait, this is Halo. Oh, okay. I thought it was like an actual picture, man. This is not okay. I got tricked. Sorry.
Off a lot of things on it, like the dragons. Speaking of, there were a lot of races on the planet that wouldn't really like to share the...
Wait, they're cute. Who's this? Those are cute. Who's this lady? Is that like a dark elf? Or Eldar? Are they called Eldar still here? Dark elf? Whatever it is, it's pretty. It's pretty. Elf bad. Elf cute. Look at this. This is cute. That's Age of Wonders 3. Is that still Warhammer? Is that Warhammer? I don't know.
The room with the old ones' creations. So to help them with the legwork, as well as get rid of all those fellas, the old ones created the lizardmen. They also created most of the other playable races in the setting, so unless otherwise stated, assume all these factions started out as the test tube babies of the old ones in one way or another. The lizardmen were not this ultimate weapon against chaos, although they were still pretty good at fighting. You know how I said the orcs resisted extermination by the old ones?
Wait, did the old ones make most of the races then? In a test tube? Like test tube babies? Oh. I wonder, did they also make the humans? Or... Oh god. Okay, well, I guess we'll see.
That was just them who managed it. Everyone else fell under a tide of angry lizards, dinosaurs, or angry lizards riding dinosaurs. With that small little bit of genociding out of the way, the old ones set about making the world fit their needs. The lizardmen were their chief assistants, and to be the best secretaries they could possibly be, the old ones made them in several different flavors. All of them with a dash of Mesoamerican cultures thrown in, because if you have the option to have Aztec lizard riding dinosaurs, you have no good reason not to take it. First, you have the Slan. The Slan are the best wizards in all the world. They may be big fat toad people, but the first generation ones were the ones who changed the entire planet's orbit, moving around where it needed to be in space. Moving down the generational line, they did get weaker, but that's highly relative. Second generation Slan could only cause entire mountain ranges to suddenly appear at the drop of a hat. These were the lizardmen who directly worked with the old ones and delivered their messages and will to...
Yeah, I remember you guys like showing me picture of like the old ones, and was a slan actually, right? Because there's no actual pictures of the old ones, but are just described as like space frogs or whatever. Yeah. But that's interesting. Damn, they just made like another frog, lizard frog kind of thing, amphibian. Mm-hmm.
The rest of them. Next, you have the Saurus. Stupid people might think that since the Lizardmen are a Bronze Age civilization at best, they're not much of a threat. Then an 8-foot-tall monster from the Cretaceous period clubs you to death with an obsidian axe, and you find out just how the Saurus were able to depopulate an entire planet. These were the generals of the Lizardmen armies. They were bred for war and only war. They're pretty straightforward, and all their characters have the same background of bred to kick ass, but this is Warhammer. That's a feature, not a bug, and they break it down to its simplest possible form. Next are the Skinks. They're little chibi gecko axolotl things that do the day-to-day management of Lizardman society. You need a building planned out or to do basic diplomacy, you send the Skinks. They're also skirmishers. When the trees start speaking Great Planese, it's the Skinks doing it. They even got their own god all to themselves, Sotek. It was a bit of a controversy when he came around at first, but the rest of the Lizardmen seemed content enough to let him be worshipped. Finally, we have the Croxagors. They're alligator men. They build the buildings and gator death roll all over enemy armies.
Wait, do they actually do a death roll? Because that's sick. That is sick. I love that. Lizardmen and dragons don't get along? Oh. I hate them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey, I didn't know that part, okay?
That's it, but that's all they need to do. When Chaos first came and the Old Ones fled, the Lizardmen had to figure out how to not only survive, but continue the Old Ones' work in their absence, which they kind of, sort of have been pulling off a little bit. They held off the invasion at the cost of almost all the first Slan and most of their spawning pools, turning them into a very numerically disadvantaged race. Not that this stops them from still sometimes rampaging across the world, but they are largely held up in the jungles of Lustria nowadays, also known as South America, because Warhammer Fantasy is just Earth if someone with really shaky hands drew a map of it. Their isolation...
Wait, sorry. I'm just thinking about the Old Ones again. I'm sorry, this is slightly off topic. But he said the Old Ones are gone. And then I immediately thought of like the Necrons. But Necrons is a 40k thing, not a Warhammer Fantasy thing. So why did the Old Ones skedaddle? They just come here to test stuff and they were like, okay, well, we're done. Bye. Old Ones fleed when things went to shit? Oh. Oh. Like when people were revolting and all? Like that? They peaced out when stuff didn't work out. Chaos kicked the door in. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. Chaos is starting to creep into reality. No Worf dying over this one planet. I guess that's true. They can just go to a different planet. Start it all over again. The Old Ones are gone due to the Necrons killing it. But that's in 40k. That's not the same as in Fantasy, right? Their access points exploded and chaos infected reality through them. Now our portals and poles are chaos gates. Alright. So chaos is, just being chaos again. Once again. Alright. Interesting.
The Slan will spend centuries at a time meditating on the few plaques the Old Ones have left, and they really hate when tourists come to Lustria because it's usually to steal those plaques. They're all gold, you see, because gold doesn't tarnish or rust. Convenient for writing things down in a jungle, less convenient when all the warm bloods come to steal the shiny stuff. If you see a Lizardman army, you're either screwed because the Great Plan dictates your death, or screwed because you're somewhere they don't think you should be. Very simple faction, but again, that's a positive. Sometimes being dino-brained is the way to go. Also known as the Imperium, but not as awful. These guys are the default protagonist faction. They're the strongest nation of men in the world, and that's no meaningless boast here, because there's actual competition they have in that department, unlike the Imperium. They formed about 2,500 years prior to the setting's modern day, when a pretty cool dude named Sigmar was born. Sigmar had a dream.
That's a dude of Age of Sigmar! That's the man! That's the Warhammer! That's the Warhammer, apparently!
Uniting the scattered tribes of barbarian into one unified nation of mankind to drive back the darkness and bring peace to the land. He did this chiefly by beating up everyone who disagreed with him, but in fairness, most of them deserved it. If this sounds familiar, let me just remind you that this guy was here first. Plus, Sigmar realized that outright killing everyone just because they disagree with you is perhaps a bad idea that will lead to problems later down the line, so he settled for only beating them up. Sigmar didn't just beat up people, though. He also beat up a lot of orcs. Like, a whole lot of orcs. So many
Ooh.
orcs that the dwarfs swore eternal friendship with mankind, because if Sigmar is so kick-ass, surely the rest of humanity can't be that bad either.
Right, right. Surely the rest isn't that bad, right? Is Sigmar just cooler Big E, maybe? Or is Sigmar a better dad than Big E? Does he have children? Did he fuck up his children too? Does he too need family therapy, guys? Do we need to plan something for them? Sigmar blesses a ravaged body. Sigmar is far better than Big E. Oh, interesting. Is he still alive? Maybe that's a better question. He does not. Oh man. Oh man. That would have been funny to see. I would have loved the comparison of who's the better dad. He's a god? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Damn. Wow.
He united most of the tribes of man in the area, and you better believe I'll come back to the most later, and form the empire.
Sorry, there's a freaking map. Wait. Ostland, Midden. Middenland, that sounds very Dutch to me. Rijkland, Wissenland. Bretonia, so that's Britain? Castle Drakenhof? Why is that so Dutch? Oostermark. This is Europe. This is Europe, isn't it? Hargendorf. Wait a minute. This is just Europe. This is just Europe, guys. This is the Holy Roman Empire. Well, this doesn't sound very Roman to me. This sounds very German, Dutch, a little bit French. It's basically just Europe? Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Do we have like Asia too? Baby girl, the Holy Roman Empire is Germany. Huh? Wait, they were German? Wait, they were German? Wait, were they German? Were they considered German? It's a melting pot of European cultures? Yes? Oh, I didn't realize they were considered German. What? The HRE was a bunch of city-states that made up Germany. HRE is German. I didn't realize. I don't remember that part in history class. What the hell? Huh. Alright. It's been a long time, man. Not the classical Roman Empire. Oh. Okay. We're thinking of something else then. We're not on the same line, guys.
Empire of Man. 50 years later, he just up and left. A little bit after that, he became a god, and the Empire soon worshipped Sigmar as the chief god of their pantheon. The Empire is pretty unique as far as fantasy factions go. Usually a fantasy setting will reach the medieval era, and then very explicitly never move past that for the next trillion years of its history. The Empire isn't like that. When Sigmar was doing his thing, it was barely the Iron Age. The dwarfs giving them steel weapons every now and then was considered the height of technological advancement. Nowadays, 2,500 years later, the Empire has tanks. Good tanks? Yeah. Look, for a Renaissance age civilization, tanks are pretty damn impressive no matter how good they actually are. They have factories, mechanical horses, and countless other things that make you wonder if the book you're reading was put in the fantasy section by mistake. They also have wizards who scam people out of $50 for the thrill of it, politicians who constantly need to be wrangled by the one competent guy in the entire government, and enough floppy hats to arm the entire Holy Roman Empire with. They're still normal people, though. The three things that make the Empire great aren't genetically modified super soldiers, or lost technological secrets from a golden age, or even the direct intervention of their gods. It's faith, steel, and gunpowder. A whole lot of each. Give a man a halberd, a cause to fight for, and his friends by his side, and it turns out you can push back even the most determined of evil murder.
Also a funky helmet thing. Or whatever you call this.
Vikings time and time again. Most Warhammer Fantasy books follow.
Sorry, guys, I was thinking like the Roman Empire, not the Holy Roman Empire. I'm sorry. We were thinking of two separate things. I'm sorry. I was so confused. Okay, sorry. Moving on.
the Imperial characters around, and you get a good feel for just how fleshed out this land is through them. You've got the Heartlands, sure, places like Altdorf, where it's interconnected with the wider world, magic runs through the very city through its colleges of magic, and elves and dwarfs can be seen regularly. Then you have backwater shitholes like Ostermark, where the people are outnumbered by everything nearby that wants to kill them, and guns are still a scary black magic invention for a good half the population. Or Averland, whose most noticeable trait is that they hunt halflings for sport there. There's halflings in the Empire, by the way. They can vote on the next emperor because they baked a previous one a really good meal. They also had a civil war over pie. Don't be a halfling in Averland. You're gonna decorate someone's mantelpiece sooner or later. Of course, this is still Warhammer, fantasy or not. Sure, I said it's not as awful as the Imperium, but it still has witch hunters who will burn you alive for being a wizard, or being a mutant, or...
They got the Inquisition? Birmingham. Aren't you European? Yes, I am a European. I'm Dutch.
Or just for being a bit too ugly, because that's also
what, too ugly?
Reputation. And it's still a Renaissance age civilization. For 90% of people, this means it's a medieval civilization, but you might see more pretty statues and paintings than your ancestors did. You're still probably gonna die of the water making you poop too much. They're bordered by the undead, beastmen are everywhere once you leave the city limits, and worst of all, they have people who have sex with horses for neighbors. The Empire is constantly on the defense. From orcs, from chaos, from beastmen, which are a different kind of chaos, and really anyone else who's feeling a bit bored that day. But the average citizen of the Empire will do their part to keep the hordes at bay, and at the end of the day, they did this for 2,500 years until the authors decided reality itself had to go, which is a pretty good track record. They're a human, relatable nation, like if the Imperial...
Is that when they, like, started Age of Sigmar? Or something like that? The Inquisition is more intolerant than the 40k one. The Witch Hunters? Oh, alright. Rip our... Would I get destroyed? I would not get destroyed, right? Right?
Guard got to actually be the main characters of 40k instead of Space Marine 9001, model on sale now for $60. It's grounded, with people having normal struggles, but also fantastical, with wizards and monsters being everywhere. They do have one ultimate ace in the hole, though, the reigning emperor, Karl Franz. The best statesman in the old world, the guy who wields the Warhammer. You know the one, the actual real-life Warhammer logo? That's his, and he's very good at using it. He's the kind of politician who could convince you into giving him everything you own and leave you thinking you got the better deal, but also the kind of person who wouldn't do that to you. He's got everyone's interest at heart, and overall, this guy's the best emperor in Warhammer. Not Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer in general. Kiss my ass, corpse worshippers. This one can walk, talk, and beat you to death in the name of the Empire.
Oh, Big E is catching strays still. You don't look very human. Shut up, shut up. So... I kind of thought like Sigmar was like also an emperor kind of dude. Sigmar's a god. Oh, he's straight up a god by this point. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Okay, he ascended. He's like, frick this. Goodbye. Just doing god things. Things that gods do. Whatever they do.
If you like relatable folk with a touch of the fantastic, Sigmar and his people have your back. But I did say most tribes are united by Sigmar. Unfortunately, a couple weren't able to be integrated for one reason or another. Let's talk about the one that I like first.
Kislev.
Kislev is all of Eastern Europe thrown into a pot and mixed to boiling until it coagulated into one Slavic specialty stew.
Oh.
They live in a frozen hellhole, which is also their country's greatest defense. They wear thick fur pelts. They have winged hussars. They also squat in the middle of a battlefield, because such is the natural state of the Kislev.
It's kind of Slavic.
And vodka. Even the dwarfs and their genetically ingrained alcoholism respect the drinking skills of a Kislevite. Kislev's job in the setting is to face tank chaos invasions before they get to the Empire of Man, which they do pretty well. Half their cities are torn down in the process, but they're a hardy bunch. They walk into the winter snow, and when everyone occupying their land freezes to death, come back in and rebuild. Their religion is different from the Empire's, and they view them as weak southerners, but the two nations are still staunch allies. Mostly because when the forces of actual hell are your neighbors, anyone else is going to be a good friend. They're led by the Tsar or Tsarina of Kislev, because GW was worried you wouldn't understand which region this place is based off of. Many times, and indeed the last one before the world blew up, this was an ice witch, a handy person to have running your country.
Witch! An actual witch! How do the witch hunters feel about that, huh? Or is that something different?
When a raging blizzard is considered a mild day. You still can't play as Kislev in the old world, thank you GW for that extreme blue balling, but they had some pretty heavy redesigns, and a lot of the marketing for the old world did at one point feature Kislev. Here's hoping GW realizes that winged hussars riding bears is something people are interested in.
Why wouldn't they make them playable?
Shame that sentence needs to be said. I don't know why anyone would ever need to be told that.
Yeah.
These are those people who have sex with horses. When Sigmar was uniting everyone, they were...
Wait, is it an actual in-lore thing? Is this an in-lore thing, or is she just making a joke? Is this real? Oh, the French? No, the French. No, okay. No, they don't. It's a joke. Okay. I don't know, man. I wouldn't even, dude. I would not be surprised if something like that happened. Well,
refused to join him because obviously they were too good to join him. Did they have some super special magical secret or a technology that could let them surpass the fledgling empire or some other race in the whole? No, but they copied the elves' homework and our French, so they decided they were too good to shack up with a future god and went it alone. Bretonia looked at all the cool advancements the empire was making, how it was a dynamic nation in a genre that usually gets to the medieval era and then freezes like it's going into cryo-sleep, and said no. We will not be doing that. We will be staying as medieval land. It is mandated by the government that technology will not advance, that society will never have any major upheavals, and that everything is just perfect the way it is. It's like that old decree the Pope made that declared crossbows were a blasphemous weapon, taken to be an entire society's philosophy. Bretonia is all about knights. Baby knights proving themselves, magical knights defending the realm and saving damsels, knights leading the country to further the goals and interests of the rest of the knights. Imagine King Arthur. That's it. Just imagine King Arthur stretched out to be a whole faction.
King Arthur, the country. But these magical knights, they look cool though. You know? Do you really need a tank if you have whatever this is? Bathwater knights? What? The fancy version of Space Marines? Then are these knights sturdier, stronger than like a tank or whatever? Bretonia is cool. Pancreas just hates them. Doesn't he just like the elves? I don't know what the elves are like in this game, but they drink elf bathwater. They're just elf fangirls. Oh, elf stance. Okay.
In-universe justification is that they saw high elf cavalry and just ran with the concept. Out of universe, it's just King Arthur and every medieval stereotype thrown together. You could, admittedly, say the same thing about the Empire and the Holy Roman Empire, or Kislev in Eastern Europe, but those are eras and places fantasy writers don't usually copy wholesale, so they get a pass from me. Bretonia is the land of almost every fantasy setting ever conceived since Lord of the Rings, and it shows. Unfortunately, they can afford to do all of this fantasy stasis, because an elf goddess is playing them like a fiddle. Their precious Lady of the Lake, also known as the elf goddess of magic, chooses some super special knights to become Grail Knights. They sip from her chalice of bathwater, and when the now Grail Knight emerges, they're like supercharged D&D paladins. Bullets are an inconvenience, their armor is magically toughened, and their mounts never tire, so until the Empire invents the Gatling gun, they're able to keep being aggressive backwater dickweeds. In older lore they were tolerable, but in modern lore someone must have felt they weren't angsty enough and made them nice and extra oppressive. The peasants are honored if the noble allows them to have 3 pennies a week instead of 2. Ladies who aren't magical are property because medieval times, and social mobility is a punchline. I hope you like medieval medicine. The Empire's medicine already isn't that great. Bretonian medicine is the kind of thing that has a 300% fatality rate. And horses. Everyone has a horse. Even the lowliest peasants have a horse that more often than not eats and lives better than they do. I like horses, but I don't like them that much. If you've ever been to medieval times and made that your entire personality, Bretonia is a good faction for it.
They're just horse girls, guys. It's a whole country full of horse girls. And to be honest, horses are kind of pretty. They are kind of cool. Most people love their animals more than they do themselves, so I'm not surprised. Average Uma Musume fan, they're just Uma Musume fans. French horse girls.
Because God is real and hates me, they're also one of the starter factions of the old world, so getting into Warhammer Fantasy nowadays is pound for pound fairly easily done with Bretonia. In all honesty, pick 'em if you like 'em. It is on some level cool, because for as much shit as I was giving them for being generic and bland knights are cool. There's a reason every 5-year-old wants to be a knight and not a Landsknecht. I mean, for God's sakes, just trying to say that word is difficult.
Cafe.
The other army GW has refused to put onto the tabletop despite already having a direct hand in reworking them for Total War. Did you know there's a fully fleshed out Cathayan army book for GW developed? You can't have it because funds not allowed. This is a shame because Cathay is awesome. Dragons are also awesome. Cathay agrees
Dragons!
because they're ruled by immortal dragons who
Dragons!
the Cathayans follow at every whim.
That's cool.
Fantasy China is a magical place and one of the few places in the entire planet that might not be a terrible one to live in. Every now and again, it does what actual China used to do and implodes, and sure, those ruling dragons get along like all siblings do, i.e. barely at all, but in day-to-day life, not a bad place. And it always comes back together after imploding, usually after Mommy and Daddy Dragon come back to kick everyone's heads in until they start behaving again. It is, like I said, just fantasy medieval China. But that is a compliment. You know those terracotta soldiers? What if they were animated by magic and also 100 feet tall? Are you a 40k fan? Imagine if the Primarchs weren't utter morons and failures almost to a man.
Oh my god.
Because that's Cathay. Again, for reasons I will never understand, we don't have them yet in tabletop. But Total War...
But they're around now. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like them. They're cool. Okay, I like this. I like this. I like these too. I like dragons. 100% satisfaction. Fun fact: I am from the Netherlands, but my parents are Chinese. I'm very much Chinese, but I'm like Dutch. You know, I'm an Asian. So it does, it's a bit of coincidence that I'm also like a dragon girl. It's a coincidence, guys. It's a coincidence. But, it does feel like this is specifically made to appeal to me. A little bit. Kinda. Kind of. Kinda.
Does, and by God is it fun to play as Cathay. The Silk Road was prosperous in real life, and it's prosperous in Warhammer, so if/when they finally come out, prepare to show the world why China was for a good 1,000 years the most prosperous country on the planet. It's even better here, because this Great Wall has magical dragon ladies guarding it. Oh, Cathay is also near the countries of Nippon, Ind, and Koresh. Nippon is Japan, Ind is India, and Koresh is Southeast Asia. I'm not giving them their own spots because no one cares about them, and I can't bring myself to either. That's it for the non-chaotic living humans, but that doesn't mean we're done talking about humans. The next few ones just don't have a heartbeat. Or skin.
Oh!
These are the bad guys when chaos is taking a break. Imagine Dracula, if you will. Now imagine Dracula if he had 100,000 strong...
Wait, what?
Imagine
Castlevania? Castlevania has a collab with Dead by Daylight? I'm finding this out only now. Okay. They have very little lore. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Dracula, if you will. Now imagine Dracula if he had a 100,000 strong army of zombies, skeletons, lesser vampires, and pretty much anything else that you could find at a Spirit Halloween. The total history of the vampires stretches back thousands of years, but for the purposes of this video, we're only going to go back a few hundred. We go to a fella named Vlad von Karstein, because if you haven't caught on yet, this setting is allergic to subtlety. He showed up to the very on-the-nose Empire province of Sylvania, which was a horrible place to live. It was covered in...
They got freaking Skull Mountains here. Damn. That's crazy.
In swamps, the people were dumb and afraid of scary monsters, and because this setting is what it is, they weren't even wrong to be so. When a peasant in real life says the witch made their family ill with the plague, it's baseless superstition. When a peasant in Warhammer says that, there's a good chance they're right. When a Sylvanian peasant says that, they are right. Vlad shows up to this province, marries the daughter of the ruling noble to become its next ruler, and despite being a blood-sucking vampire, this place sucked so hard it was a marked improvement. Even better, him and his wife Isabella actually loved each other. They had vampire kids like Conrad von Karstein, who is insane and liked to twist the heads off of peasants, and Manfred von Karstein, who is the worst. Of course, this wouldn't be Warhammer if everyone was just nice and peaceful, so one day Vlad had a brilliant idea. What if he was the Emperor? He could live forever and usher in an eternal age of prosperity, mostly for vampires, but for some of the people too. So he tried to become the Emperor. At gunpoint. Zombie point more like, but 100,000 zombies is a lot more effective than most Renaissance age guns were. He failed, but the damage was done. Him, his wife, and their children spread vampirism across the Empire. Now Sylvania is barely even considered a part of it, and everyone does their best to ignore it. This is probably a bad move, because every few decades some vampire likes to try their hand at raising a massive undead army to take over the Empire with. They all fail, but they're very murderous. Them failing means the Empire's population only drops by 20% instead of...
Oh, so they're not like that effective then, the vampires. That's what he's saying. But still dangerous. Okay. Also, this is a cool undead dragon thing? Whatever this is, I want it.
100%. Just watch the first episode of Castlevania if you somehow haven't for what it's like when the Midnight Aristocracy goes to war. There's a lot of vampires to choose from though to get your specific undead needs satisfied. The Von Karsteins are the classic vampires who want to suck your blood and rule over the night. The Lamians are a vampire KGB with spy networks in pretty much every place on the planet. Except Lustria, probably. The lizards don't take kindly
Blood
to that
dragon.
sort of thing. The Strigoi are what happens if your average Florida resident became a vampire, the Necrox are
Florida?
the wizards, and the Blood Dragons are a heavy metal album cover. If you thought it was kick-ass when Dracula sent the forces of hell to wreak havoc on the living, you'll love the Vampire Counts. But I did mention that some of the undead don't have skin, and vampires usually have that at least. For those fellas, we need to go further south.
Skellies? Ooh.
Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt.
Mummies.
You now understand the basics of the Tomb Kings. Once
Okay,
upon a
thank you.
time, thousands of years in the past, the lands of Nehekara were prosperous. They had regular contact with their gods, magical constructs to defend themselves with, and when they had a
And then things went horribly wrong, their gods abandoned them, and they got all cursed and the plagues or whatever. That's my guess.
good king like Setra, they would sometimes go
Necrons.
on to conquer half the world. Then a fella named Nagash was
Oh.
born. He's awful. This man was a monster through and through. He's really smart, though. Smart enough to capture dark elves and force them to teach him dark magic, which usually
Oh.
humans can't do. Smart enough to invent necromancy with what he learned. Smart enough to
Oh.
overthrow his brother, the king, and take over most of the land with his undead forces. And
Oh.
he's also quite powerful with his magic. He was eventually overthrown and cast into the desert where he
That looks
died,
like a
but he
necron.
invented necromancy. Death is a
Oh.
suggestion for him. Such is his power. When he inevitably
lived.
came back, he discovered someone had stolen his research notes and used them to make vampires. He made those vampires his generals, and no, they didn't have a choice in the matter, and then decided ruling just Nehekara with undead wasn't enough. So he formed a plan to kill everyone in the region at once, resurrect every corpse on the planet, and take over the world with his World War Z undead army. Part 1 of the plan went off without a hitch. It was only through the intervention of the Skaven, who I promise you will love, and the last
Congrats.
living dude in the region, which kept most of Part 2 from happening. Then everyone in Nehekara promptly stood back up, realized their hearts were no longer beating but they were still standing, and things got messy. Imagine Game of Thrones before it became horrible, with all the political fighting over who gets to be king. Now imagine Game of Thrones if every single person who was ever the rightful king was now alive at the same time fighting over what was their throne. Not
Oh.
they believed it to be their throne, or they wanted it to be their throne. It was the throne they sat on once upon a time. And
Oh,
also
that's
they can
messy.
respawn. And also, most common people were mindless undead skeletons who had the flesh flayed from their bones with the desert winds and could only follow basic orders, like kill that guy who thinks he's the real king. This does not a stable nation make. Luckily, the priest woke up that Setra guy, who cockslapped everyone until they started behaving again. Now the Tomb Kings no longer have skin, have no clear path to achieve immortal bodies to feel with again that they so crave, and no longer have the backing of their very gods. Fortunately for them,
Oh.
death is more of a suggestion. They can still use magic, even if not quite as good as it was when the gods were helping, and they now have eternity to do whatever they want, as long as it
You know, this kind of does sound like Necrons, don't they? You know, can't feel anything anymore. They're skelly boys. They can't have their bodies back. No warmth for them. You know, yerp, yerp.
doesn't involve some sort of physical sensation. Sometimes they still fight amongst each other, sometimes they spend their newfound immortality pursuing whatever hobbies they want, and sometimes they sail all the way from Egypt to Sweden and burn half of it to the ground because someone
Oh.
stole their hat. And on the rarest of occasions, a tomb queen will tell a strapping young lad that if they still had functional genitals, she'd fuck him so hard the experience would kill him. They're very fun. They're true neutral
Okay.
to the core. Some of them want conquest, some of them just want to find new hobbies, some hate the living out of jealousy, some don't care either way as long as they serve, and some go out of their way to find human members to recruit for their court because it reminds them of what they've lost. If you can think of a motivation, there's a Tomb King that has it. It's a very simple thing to know if the Tomb Kings are for you or not. Do you like the mummy? Do you like ancient Egypt? Have you ever wondered what it'd be like if the Sphinx came to life and started crushing people like Godzilla? Tomb Kings
okay,
are
that's
perfect
cool.
for you then. And hey, look at that. They're the other
They're
starter
here.
faction for the old world. Now you can get
I think they're cool though. I think sadly they're cool. It's not like my thing most of the time, Scatty Boys, but I think the whole Egypt theme is very cool on them.
get into fantasy proper without people like me dismissively calling you a horse molester. So now we
Oh.
can leave this region of the
Okay.
world and indeed humanity, and I have forgotten 4 human nations that deserve at least a little bit of credit. Shit.
Oh.
Tylea is Italy during
Nobody's.
medieval/Renaissance times, so it's thousands of city-states smushed into one country. It's right next to the Skaven capital. There are worse places to live. Estalia is Spain without the colonial empire. Both of these places say they're the first civilized nation in the old world, which the Empire disputes. The Border Princes are the land of whatever the hell you want it to be. It is an excuse to make your own homebrew army, and they fight orcs more than anything.
Ooh.
Most of the people there are either fleeing from the Empire, leaving the Empire in a futile attempt to make it big, and petty nobles. Araby is exactly what you think it is. Turn Aladdin into a war game faction, but only a background faction. And if you think that's me being dismissive of it, do please read about Sultan Jafar's military campaign against the old world. It's actually got advanced medicine, science, and magical practices and theories, but I can guarantee the only thing you're going to remember about this place is Sultan Jafar. We're going to start by clumping all the elves together, because their backstories are all very interconnected. Don't worry, they'll each get their own time to shine. Once upon a time, there were just elves. The first species created by the old ones to fight chaos, they were made to be elves.
They're also made.
Arrogant, long-lived, and short of the Slan, they're the best wizards around. Then chaos descended, the old ones pissed off, and the elves had no idea what the hell to do. Eventually, a cool elf named Kalidor made a magical vortex, the chief cool elf, Anarion, grabbed a cursed sword that killed a whole lot of demons, and then everything cooled down a bit. Anarion disappeared, but they elected a new king, so all was okay. His children with his first wife even showed back up to be a bloodline of legendary heroes, though they're also cursed because of that sword. Then Anarion's second wife told their son Malekith that he should be king, convinced him with her boobs because family trees can be shaped like Christmas wreaths if you don't mind being a freak, and a civil war broke out. Malekith walked into a sacred fire to prove his worth, whereupon their chief god lit him on fire. Him and his mother kept trying to take over the home continent of Ulthuan. They nearly unmade it when they realized they couldn't, and then the newly formed Dark Elves were forced off of it to go live in Canada. The High Elves, those who stayed...
Why is it all messy family trauma always? Oh my god. Oh my god, family therapy, guys. Family therapy. That's what they all need.
Behind, once again got to rebuild the shattered remnants of their home. At least they still had their firm friendship with the dwarfs, that's a good thing. Oh, wait, that got ruined too. But don't feel too bad, the High Elf King ruined that one for them himself by being the worst. That one wasn't an unfortunate tragedy, it was a self-imposed unfortunate tragedy. The dwarfs and the High Elves fought Fantasy World War I, and it was pretty miserable for everyone involved. Picking a victor is sort of meaningless because both groups were pretty thoroughly wrecked by the event, and the High Elves had to return home when the Dark Elves began the first of many invasion attempts to retake Ulthuan. Some High Elves didn't go home and sheltered in a magical forest called Athel Loren instead. Now we have our third group of elves, the Wood Elves. The Wood Elves are the easiest of the subgroups to explain. They sit in their magical forest and are insane. Sometimes people walk into the magical forest. It's safe to assume that unless stated otherwise, they do not come back out of the magical forest. Sometimes even if you come out of the magical forest, you find that 1,000 years have passed since you entered, and every single one of those years catches up with you as you age to dust within minutes.
What?
Aside from that, though, your first instinct might be that these are stupid, uninspired, lame D&D Wood Elves who love nature and harmony and trees. And in fairness, they do love all those things. It's just that these trees are 50 feet tall, mobile, have a craving for the suffering of mankind, and the Wood Elves will invite peasants to feasts to
That's cool. Wait, this is sick ass design. This doesn't look like a normal elf. Look at that. It has like vines and all, and then antlers. They got some pointy ears. But if I were to see this, I would not think of elf. But that's sick. That's a sick ass design. And then the treants or whatever I assume. Also very cool. His name is Orion. Okay, Orion. Very cool. Very cool.
fatten them up for the forest spirits. They don't give a rat's ass about the outside world aside from how it might affect their perfect little lives inside the forest. There are a few scattered enclaves of them across the world that are a bit friendlier, but the general motivation of the Wood Elves is getting other people to get the hell off of their lawn. And when the lawn can come to life and devour you alive, it's a pretty easy task to do that. They also gaslight the Bretonnians into thinking they're goddesses in an elf one, although as it turns out later on, the extent of the elven gaslighting goes even further beyond their understanding. They're led by the avatars of two of the elf gods, naturally the ones that are focused on nature, because Wood Elf. The king likes to rampage across Bretonnia every now and again for funsies, and the queen sometimes says don't do that, sometimes doesn't care, and sometimes encourages it when she's in a feisty mood. They're not my thing, truth be told, but I can respect the...
That's an elf? That's an elf? I would like think of Fae or whatever. Like Titania or whatever, like a Fae queen kind of thing. She's pretty, she's cute.
Idea of wanting to be left alone for all eternity. So if you too cringe inside a little bit whenever you get a text message or a Discord DM, these guys might be for you.
Oh, okay.
The High Elves are the ones that stayed on Ulthuan and remained much the same throughout. And like I said, the old ones sure as hell made them to be elves. Long-lived, magical, arrogant, and because they live for thousands of years, they're real good at what they do. Some of their swordsmen have been practicing for so long that they take into account the weight of their eyelashes when they swing. You're not beating that. And sure enough, the history of the High Elves is the history of them sailing out from their homeland to go stop most of the problems the world faces. They taught humanity how to use magic properly, they keep excess magic from saturating the world, and they have a habit of showing up just as they're needed to stop things from getting completely out of hand.
Oh my
There's a
God.
High Elf who destroyed orc warbands that have been rampaging since the dawn of time and was so good at it that he gave the entire elven race a reputation amongst the greenskins for being good fighters. All of this because a
Ooh.
fat goblin burned down his house. And of course, Teclis my beloved. Is there a 10,000 strong army of orcs, dark elves, or worse bearing down on you? Well, with a wave of his staff and a flick of his wrist, there is now a new crater. He's a real cool guy like that, and he's not
That's cool. Okay, I can see why they have a bit of like a superiority complex kind of thing, because they are apparently that good somehow. They're just that strong. Hmm.
even that arrogant. The flip side to balance this glazing session I've just done is that they do actually have weaknesses to go along with all that.
Ooh.
They reproduce slowly, and in a wargame setting, that's the mark
Oh.
of death. Every death in battle is a hindrance, although at least compared to 40k, they aren't outright dying. They're on the watch list for being endangered rather than being endangered outright. And magic being so innate to them means that when
Oh,
something
God.
with it goes wrong, they feel it and are affected by it more acutely than most. Like when their magical queen is sad. Their entire homeland's climate is tied to her emotions.
Everyone gets sad? Oh, wait. I know Slanesh is a thing here, right? Or not? Is Slanesh a thing in this setting? They are, right? But like the Slanesh were created by Eldar, right? By elves, basically? Or is that a different thing here in Warhammer Fantasy? Eldar. Are they like related to the elves or the weather gets sad if she does? Oh, they start crying. Okay, so that's what the rain is. Oh, huh. Well, I'm gonna assume he might explain that. I guess because we haven't really got to like the chaos things.
And like any living being that isn't a psychopath, she is sad when a great amount of her people die. So when Malekith decides today is as good a day as any to get 1 million people killed trying to retake his homeland again, it really sucks to live in the same country as her. They're also physically frail, which isn't the biggest weakness in the world, but you'll definitely notice it when an orc is bearing down on them. They've also got a bit of a species-wide depression thing going on too. When you live functionally forever, you get a long time to get a real feel for what the world is like. And as it turns out, this world kinda sucks. They just don't have time to recuperate from any of their constant losses. The world is in danger, the High Elves sail out to fix the issue, and then the world is immediately in danger again. Add on to that some more standard Elven weaknesses, like their old age, meaning they don't always adapt to new things well, and you've got a race that has a bit of a deadline attached to it.
They're boomers. They're boomers. They would not be able to like use the internet and whatnot. They would not be able to use a phone. They wouldn't be able to like use those apps, the games. Okay. Well, poor things, poor things. So Slanesh was just always a thing here in this setting. That's interesting. Immortal boomers, yeah, basically. They're less tied to Slanesh. It's more a fascination than an intrinsic claim to their souls. Oh, aren't you a boomer? No, I'm not a boomer. Shut up. I'm not a boomer or an elf.
Mankind is inventing guns, tanks, and more, and the elves think the bow and arrow.
Pancreas has said, possibly joking, that if he and Teclis were in a room together, one of them would end up. I guess he would get. Maybe there's like some crazy magic stuff for that. Thank you, though. Thank you. Appreciate it, Andrew. Your ears say otherwise. Hey, I'm just a dragon. That's different. That's different, okay?
Remains the height of warfare. To their credit, though, they're damn good with that bow and arrow, especially when it's a magical lightsaber bow and arrow.
Ooh.
And dragons. The High Elves are
Dragons?
best friends of almost every dragon that isn't from Cathay. Dragons are scary in a fight, and let's be honest with ourselves. If a dragon declared your hometown to be the best thing ever and made sure to always visit and help out when it was in trouble, you'd have an ego the size of Mount Everest, too.
I'd be friends with them too. The elves do seem very cool.
Overall, if you like elves, you'll like these guys. Even if you don't like elves or only associate Warhammer's elves with the Eldar, the High Elves' ability to actually put their money where their mouth is might win you over. And if nothing else, there's an elf character named Aletha Nar who skins Dark Elves alive because he just hates them that much.
God.
And is overall Michael Myers if he had pointy ears and special forces training. Hard to get more unelven than that guy. Speaking of ego, though,
Dark elves. Dun, dun,
take
dun,
the
dun.
stereotypical elven arrogance, or if you're not a big fan of the race, elven racism. Now jack it up to the logical extreme endpoint of the concept so that they don't only think they're the best, they think of all other races as vermin that should either serve them as slaves, be hunted for sport, or outright eradicated. Welcome to Nagaroth, friends. It only goes downhill from there. Warhammer North America sucks. It's home to the Dark Elves until they got kicked out of their old home, and the entire thing is either a frozen hellhole, a desert hellhole, or a frozen hellhole bordering actual hell. There's something called the Altar of Ultimate Darkness inside of this place. Do you think anyone that lives here is gonna be nice? Sure enough, the Dark Elves aren't nice. There used to be some human tribes that lived in Nagaroth, and then the Dark Elves killed or enslaved them all. They have cities built into mountains they use as ships to raid and enslave others, they kidnapped High Elf children to raise as Dark Elves, and the entire society looks like what would happen if every single Decepticon was Starscream. Murder and treachery are only illegal if you get caught, and if you're powerful enough, not even then. They're led by Malekith and his mother Marathi, the same two elves who formed the Dark Elves 10,000 years prior. Marathi is kind of just always awful, but sometimes if you squint real hard, Malekith can almost sort of a little bit resemble a noble elf hero he once was. Then he does things like instituting the elven god of murder as the head of the Dark Elf pantheon, uses demons as auxiliaries when he invades Ulthuan, and starts the Warhammer Fantasy Triangle slave trade. In spite of failing to...
The slave trade? Dude, you know these remind me of like those, I know there's like in the Warp, there was that like one fucked up planet or place, right? With all the Slanesh people. What was that called? Do you guys know what I mean? I just had a flashback to that earlier, but they don't seem as terrible as that, at least with the living couches and whatnot. Dark elves are big on enslaving others. Yeah, I can tell, unfortunately. They also have city-sized boats they use to expand their slaving operations. Oh god. Oh god. Didn't. Oh god. Okay. Jeez.
retake Ulthuan every time he tries, he's a damn powerful wizard and warrior both. He's just Darth Vader, actually. He's even got the suit of armor that helps keep him alive because he was severely burned. And who can forget his mommy issues? Although I don't think Anakin ever piped his mother, so a little bit different there. There is no height of cruelty that Dark Elves don't aspire to. Acting nice gets you killed because it clearly means you're weak. Admitting you're a bit tired or injured gets you killed because if you were strong, you wouldn't be injured. So clearly you're weak and someone else more fitting should take your spot. They don't have as many dragon allies, and the ones they do are corrupted by dark magic, so they just grab whatever monstrosity they can find in the Midwest and put it
What is this thing? Wait, what is this thing? Do you guys see this? This little thing. It looks like a lizard kind of thing, but with a humongous mouth. To balance things out, Pancreas has gone on record that he doesn't want to fix Moravi, but have her make him worse. Oh my god. That's a squig. That's a squig? Wait, that's a squig you guys were talking about? The, they're related to the orcs, right? Or, like, they were also a fungi thing, or not? That's a squig. I want to see a squig. Wait. Sorry, I'm googling a squig real quick. Because it kind of looks cute from here. Maybe. Squig. Warhammer. It's a tiny ball of teeth. Oh. Oh, wait, it's these things. I've seen those before. Wait. They are kind of cute. I'm not going to lie. As a mini, they're pretty cute. Wait. Let me show you, chat. It is a meatball with teeth. That's kind of cute. Look. Very goofy, Oh, it's eating a goblin. Wait, is that a squeak bagpipe? Oh my god. Oh, but still cute, kinda. It's cute. Oh, I like this. I like these little balls. It's the animals of the orcs. Oh, they're animals of the orcs. They're pets. They come from the same mushrooms. I see. Killer basketballs teeth. I love them. I love them. Wait, they're little goobers. They're little goobers. They will go nicely with my nurglings. There are all sorts of squigs. I'm a big fan already. Say no more. Say no more. I am a fan. They are cute until you look at the Warhammer Total War models. Like this thing. I mean, from here it looks goofy cute. Right? Look at Wrecking Squigs and try again. Wrecking Squigs. Okay, I can have a look. Wrecking Squigs. Wrecking Squig. Oh. Wait, is this a Wrecking Squig? Oh, I can't quite find one, I think. I see Mangler Squigs. Colossal Squig. Squig Hulk Boys. I don't like these two, the Squig Hulks. Squigs love to eat people whole. I mean, you know, they're just eating, man. They're just hungry boys. They're just hungry boys. You can't fault them for that. Really. Hair squigs that bite onto an orc's head to be worn like hair? What? Wait, what? Hair squigs? Oh. They wear them as hairstyles? There's nothing anyone else can tell me for me to think squigs and nurglings aren't the greatest things ever. I think they're like both goofy and kind of cute. You know, I like it. I like it. I want it. I'll take them. You know, I'll take them, guys. I'll take them home with me. The dark elves like riding dinosaurs, sort of like the lizard man. Oh, but they don't ride the squigs. So, you know, not as good.
In chains until it's time for battle. Much like their cousins in space, if you find you're about to be captured by them, it's probably best to just off yourself. They may not have quite as exotic measures of torturing you, but they make up for it with a real go-getter attitude in the field of human rights violations. There's a holiday called Blood Night. The cult of the god of murder goes around and kidnaps people to murder. They steal elven girls to be trained as witch elves like them, and they throw elven boys in a cauldron of boiling blood. If they survive, they get trained as an assassin. I don't think a concrete statistic has ever been given, but you can assume that not many people survive this. If you like being edgy, either ironically or because you think suffering is inherently deep, you'll like the Druki. I can already feel the viewer retention going down, though, from how long I've been talking about elves, so how about we move to their polar opposites?
Wait, I thought it was fun. I thought it was
fun.
Elves
are posh, regal, and always at least a little bit uptight. Dwarfs are brash, to the point, and consider sobriety a sin. While the elves of Warhammer have a few things that make them stand out a bit from the standard elf template, the dwarfs of Warhammer could fit in just about any setting with minimal issue. They like drinking, they like mining, they hate orcs, and getting them to compliment non-dwarf craftsmanship is like pulling teeth from an orc. They hate magic both because it's weird elf nonsense and because when the old ones made the dwarves, they made them so opposed to magic their mere presence makes it not work properly. They love mining in mountains because that's just what dwarfs love. They do have three things that make them stand out, though. First is that it's pronounced dwarfs, not dwarves. Second is that these dwarfs are industrious little fellows.
Wait, what? Sorry.
That it's pronounced dwarfs, not dwarves. Second is that these dwarfs are...
Like D-O? Like dwarfs? Am I saying correctly? Wait, again.
And out, though. First is that it's pronounced dwarfs, not dwarves. Second is that these dwarfs are industrious little fellows.
Dwarfs? I'm sorry, I can't tell the difference. Dwarves? Dwarves. Dwarf? Dwarves. Not What's the difference? Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, what? Hard F. Okay,
that
wait.
It's pronounced dwarfs, not dwarves. Second is that these dwarfs are industrious little fellas. They've discovered oil and how to use it. And
like dwarf. Like dwarf. Like, am I saying correctly? Dwarf? I'm sorry, I can't really say the difference between the two, okay? Dwarf? Dwarfs. You can't. I can't. English is a terrible language. Yeah, frick the English. I mean, the TH thingamajig is always something that I've struggled with in English. Because it's not like a thing we do in the Netherlands or in Dutch. It doesn't matter. I'm just still. Stephen and Stephen. They're the same. They're the same. They're the same, guys. They're the same. Stephen and Stephen. Stephen and Stephen. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't say that. I don't. How you gotta hiss like a snake with a th. Steve. Stephen. The. Yes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Sorry, British people or English people. Fairy versus fairy. Okay, wait. Fairy. You know, that's very cool. Very, and fairy. There we go. That's a fairy. That's very. Eh? It's an accent video again. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Stephen and Stephen. What? Stephen and Steve. You guys are not helping. You guys are not helping, okay? You guys are not helping. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I give up.
With it make helicopters, trains, and more. While humanity has galleons with cannons and the elves have either magical dragon ships or city-sized slave ships, the dwarfs have ironclads, submarines, and aircraft carriers.
Oh my God,
they hate using them because no proper dwarf would ever be happy with anything but solid earth under their feet, but they have them. They're slow to change to the point that anything less than 500 years old gets you complained at if you suggest using it, but at least some of them understand that the 20-barreled artillery piece is nice to have even if their ancestors might not approve. The second is that these dwarfs are the embodiment of the word spite. They're bitter that the other races won't just conform to proper dwarf ways. They hate orcs and goblins for ruining their once great cities. They hate the elves for that war they got into thousands of years ago. A war that ultimately started, mind you, because the dwarf diplomat forcibly had his beard shaved. There were some other
Spite-field creatures. I love that. Spite-field creatures. Oh my God, I love that.
factors leading up to it, but that was the final straw. The average dwarf doesn't know about the lizardmen much, but they'd certainly hate them too if they knew the Slan were involved in shifting some mountain ranges around that destroyed a whole lot of dwarf holds.
Oh my
Have
God,
you ever
how
wronged
dare
a dwarf? Into the book you go. The Great Book of Grudges, that is. Every single thing that has in some way wronged the dwarf race is put down in there. Most dwarf holds have their own personal ones for slight against them in particular. Some dwarfs have their own personal book. Even if they don't, they have photographic memory. If you've wronged them, they'll remember. It doesn't even need to be on purpose. A human town once shorted the dwarfs 2 coins by accident in exchange for some construction work.
That whole town goes into the book.
The dwarfs sent an army and killed everyone in it.
Oh
if this happens to you and you try to seek some sort of retribution for this insane idea of compensation they seem to have, you're going back in the book for any harm you might cause doing it. They will spend centuries and entire military campaigns fighting wars to right grudges, and naturally anything that happens to them during these campaigns leads to more grudges, which leads to them trying to right those grudges, which causes more grudges. You know that saying about digging 2 holes when you set out for revenge? 2 holes is not nearly enough for the Dowie. And who could forget the Slayers? Let's say you're a dwarf, and you committed some seriously dishonorable action. Maybe your negligence led to other dwarfs getting killed. Maybe you fled at the height of a battle. Or maybe you just lost a bit too much money on a bet, or had your beard shaved against your will. In any of those cases, there's only one option available to you. Kill yourself.
What?
Take the Slayer over.
What? Kill yourself? I was not prepared for that. What do you mean, kill yourself?
And die in battle. There's no redeeming yourself in any way but death. There's funerals held for those who take the Slayer Oath before they even leave to find something to kill them, because for all intents and purposes, they've died and the message just hasn't gone through to them yet. If you want some great books that explore Slayers, dwarfs, and the Warhammer world, read Gotrek and Felix. Read Gotrek and Felix anyway. Do it. Now. While the dwarfs certainly have their work cut out for them, they've got some good stuff that makes them cool regardless. They can't use magic like wizards, so instead they grab it by the balls and hit it with a hammer until it works perfectly how they want it to with their runes. The longer their beards are, the more respected they are, and there's even a military unit called Longbeards. If their beard can touch the floor, they get equipped with some of the best armor dwarf money can buy.
But that seems so impractical, having long-ass beards like that in Minecraft. Kill yourself in Minecraft. Oh, the grudge bit is something like OCD, not a joke. OCD people claim to have because they dislike Mesriel. Oh, wait, so it's basically like a little bit OCD-ish, is what you're saying? The grudge thing? Best armor dwarf money can buy is very good armor. That is going on the book. Don't put me in the book! I'm already in the book apparently, but don't put me in more books, man.
Got the finest weapons in the setting, the finest armor in the setting, and...
One moment. Sorry, had to check something. That statement just put you in the book. No, I did nothing wrong.
While they may be slow as all hell, if they catch you, it's game over. If you like facial chair, hate change, and despise other people for being different, take a look at the dwarves.
Facial chair? Facial chair?
Imagine dwarfs without that silly grudge ideology. You've committed a wrong and have to make up for it, but you can right it without causing your own death. And what's more, you can properly use magic. Fireball and lightning and all those other lovely spells you can think of. Without the shackles of tradition or even their own biology holding them back, they can produce wonders of both magic and industry. Unfortunately, they replace stupid grudges with one of the most horrific slaver cultures around, and they forego tradition to worship actual demons and dark gods. And being able to use magic isn't necessarily a good thing, because it eventually turns them into stone statues. These are the Chaos Dwarfs, and they're horrifying in a way the more human followers of Chaos can only dream of being. Saying they take the best of the dwarfs is sort of overstating it, because the best of the dwarfs is their willingness to stand by both the letter and spirit of their word. They'll have your back no matter what. Plus, while their incredible stubbornness does hold them back from a lot of progress they can make and gets them into some stupid conflicts, it also means they're not only going to accomplish whatever they set out to do, but always stand by your side. If the dwarfs say they're going to help you, they're going to help you. And if a human, dwarf, and elf are all fighting together, the dwarf is going to be the last one to break. The Chaos Dwarves take these traits and have molded them in a way that is best suited to being an evil bastard. The craftsmanship of the dwarves makes weapons, yes, but also architectural wonders and genuine pieces of art so good it can make a man weep. The Chaos Dwarves make hell factories that are 2,000% efficient and make the most brutal weapons Chaos has to offer.
Whatever this is, that is super cool. Damn. Alright, I like that.
They take the runic magic of the dwarfs and use it to bind demons into their weapons and armor. The demons aren't happy with this, but the Chaos Dwarfs are still dwarfs. They're so good at what they do that more often than not, the demons are powerless once the dwarfs get their hands on them. They aren't numerous, and they aren't even terribly expansionist, but when the Chaos Dwarfs do go to war, there's nothing that can truly equal it. The finest weapons and armor just like the dwarfs, only now bolstered with the power of Hellspawn. They even have the closest thing to a nice chaos god to worship, which gives them all sorts of benefits. Hashut. Sure, he's called the Father of Darkness and is the god of tyranny and is overall exactly as evil as you'd expect from that, but he doesn't screw the dwarfs over. They want power, he likes it when tyrants are in power, so in exchange for them using their dwarf talents to enslave others, he gives them power. The most commonly seen use of Chaos Dwarfs is as artillery crewmen for the Hell Cannon unit, as well as frequently selling...
Wait, look at that. These look like people screaming. Do you see that? Do they have like the souls of the damned in those cannons or whatever? Why do they look like that? There's more Chaos Gods in Fantasy. I'm noticing that now.
Chaos Lord's weapons and armor. This is because of both their isolationist nature and because they don't really have an army. They do have legacy rules for the old world, and they have had an army, unlike Cathay, but their status as properly playable is a bit all over the place. Still though, if you don't mind legacy rules and finding either old...
Napalm launchers, except we are the napalm. Oh my god. Oh my god. They are hell cannons, they are alive, and they have the souls of the damned. They're alive still? Oh my god. Oh god, okay. Thank you. Very cool, Chaos. Very cool.
Minis or third-party ones to use, you can feel the Chaos Dwarf army. So if you like the dwarfs but wish they were horrendous in every way possible, check out the Chaos Dwarfs. Just get used to people calling them chorfs. Not the most dignified nickname, that one. The ogres were the last race the old ones made before pissing off. They're resistant to chaos, tough unlike the elves, capable of changing things up quickly unlike the dwarfs, and are as ambitious and fluid as mankind. Unfortunately, the older ones couldn't quite get them to stop eating everything in sight and never properly finish them before they left, or their homelands for that matter. When chaos invaded, the ogres were left unfinished in this state, and many became nomadic after they ate everything in whatever their first homeland was. They also ate the ancestors of the modern-day giants, who were a whole lot smarter, wiser, and powerful than the inbred alcoholic morons that giants are in Warhammer today. Things were made worse for them when they decided to migrate into Cathay, because the Dragon Emperor dropped a meteor on their homeland and blew it up. Now they had nowhere to return to, were still really hungry, and that meteor made a big hole called the Great Maw. It's a big hole in the ground with teeth, and the ogres throw food and people into it to get magical powers. They also worship a volcano and drink its lava to get fire magic. Neither of the past two sentences were made up by me. I love this setting. They're vaguely based on Mongolia, but I don't think Genghis Khan ever ate an entire city's population. killed everyone in it, sure, but I don't think there was mass cannibalism. The ogres, though, do exactly that. Everything about them revolves around food. Their social hierarchy is in large part determined by how fat you are. They have a race of goblinoid slaves called noblars they employ as equal parts pack mule, assistant chefs, and snacks. They go to war to eat other races' food and or the other races. One of the most common ways you'll see ogres around is as mercenaries, because while they are stupid, they're smart enough to realize being a mercenary means you can travel the world sampling all the food you can find.
That's literally, oh my god, a wash is a buffet for them. That's so smart. Wait, that's actually so smart of them. What?
And you'll even get paid for the trouble. The gut is a sacred part of an ogre's body, to the point that oftentimes it's the only part of an ogre they keep protected with armor. That might sound stupid, but consider they're twice as tall, 4 times as wide, and 8 times as heavy as a normal person, and can reliably defeat demon invasions. The closest thing to an ogre's central government is Greece's Goldtooth tribe that sets up toll booths on the trading routes between Cathay and the Old World. Aside from that, though, they can be literally anywhere. They're happy to sell their services to all races, and sometimes they can even become corrupted by chaos. Being resistant to chaos, corruption, and immune to it are different things, especially if they willingly join for one reason or another. Sometimes they even embrace the cultures of the places they go willingly. An ogre isn't exactly gonna fit in an imperial noble's party, but are you gonna tell the 9-foot-tall slab of muscle with a racial reputation for eating people that he's being a bit of a slob? No, you aren't. And if someone does, everyone at your fancy dinner party now has some rather gruesome entertainment, while your ogre guest has dessert. The Chaos Demons are pretty similar between Fantasy and 40k. They're all servants / bits of a greater.
Wait, what are these? Sorry, what are these goofy little goobers? They're like minions. Blue minions. They're like blue minions, guys. What are they? May I know what this is? Siege blue horrors? They're called blue horrors? Okay, I think they're kind of cute. I think they're kind of goofy cute. Again, they're kind of like the Nurglings and the Squigs. That's Mike Wazowski. I love it. I'll take them too. You know what? I'll take them too. They can go in my garden too.
God, sufficient concentrations of magic can allow them to show up, and when a wizard messes up their spell, they can manifest that way too. They want to tear down the mortal world and bring ruin to the realms of man, elf, and dwarf, all that good stuff you can expect of demons. The only real difference is how they came about. In 40k, all the Chaos Gods have birthdays. Slaanesh has the most concrete one, but the other ones at one point very much came into existence. Warped timey-wimey cop-out garbage means they've also always existed, but I don't care about that. In fantasy, they have always existed, though. They're just evil gods who exist to ruin stuff. It's how it works. Chaos came about when they broke through the portals on each of the planet's poles when the old ones overused them to ferry materials and magic to their burgeoning creations. Other than that, pretty much the same, if with a small bit more emphasis on their positive aspects. Only a small bit, though. Khorne still likes war, Nurgle still likes disease, Tzeentch still likes scheming, and Slaanesh still likes degeneracy. Same demon units, same greater demons, hell, most of the named demons are the same. Where they really shine and differentiate between settings isn't their followers. Let's get GW's least favorite child out of the way first.
Who?
The Beastmen are a cross between beasts and men. Being born of chaos itself, the Dark Gods don't need to bribe them with gifts to ensure their worship. Unfortunately for them, this means the Beastmen rarely, if ever, get any gifts from the gods. They know they'll always have their worship, so they get the scraps the proper Chaos Warriors get. Given that one theory of how they came about is man and beast getting a bit too friendly with each other, I don't feel too bad for them. Don't let that
like the French? I mean, like the people from Brittany? What was it? Like the Britannia people. Those people, the knights with the horses.
Truly, though, while the nations of men consider them to be a nuisance for all but the most isolated towns, and the dwarfs view them similarly, the wood elves know the true danger they represent. In the forest of the world, millions of them lurk, and when they go to war, entire swaths of the country are trampled underneath their hooves. They defile nature with their every step, and won't stop their savage crusade until the civilized peoples of the world exist in a constant state of being hunted by their bestial overlords. At least that's what we're told in between lore blurbs of them being butchered like the cattle they look like. For the love of...
Oh my god, is this Rimworld OST? I'm sorry, I just heard something else like, getting flashbacks. Wait, I'm getting flashbacks. Wait. Listen.
Peoples of the world exist in a constant state of being hunted by their bestial overlords.
It is Rimworld Rimworld!
least
That's
what we're
Rimworld!
told in between
Sorry.
lore blurbs of them being butchered like the cattle they look like. For the love of God, at least the Eldar are powerful on the tabletop more often than not. The Beastmen usually suck on tabletop and in the lore. I'm trying to be a hype man for the factions here, but while I wasn't for Bretonnia because I hate them, I'm not for the Beastmen because I pity them. For what it's worth, though, they are incredibly dangerous to the average person in this setting. Villages at the frontier of almost every faction are regularly under assault by Beastmen raiders, and when they gather in force, they'll be wiped off the map at a moment's notice. And since they're all part animal, they have incredibly sharp senses. If you get in a fight with one while you're traveling, it's already game over. You could probably take that one on, but the 20 or so more beelining it in your direction because they heard a fight is a different story. The Beastmen are a savage race to the point that things like intact walls drive them to frothing rage, such as their hatred for civilization. All they do in their free time is get into brutal fights amongst each other, sometimes involving one challenging another for a position in the hierarchy, but
like
usually just to assert dominance or for fun, hunt people, and drink. They do have some forms of worship for the Chaos Gods, and their shamans both help construct effigies and are actually revered by other beastmen as something above their common squabbling, but for the most part, they're every stereotype of barbarians squashed into one. Aside from those shamans, they have no desire to form their own culture, civilization, or cities. They just want to hunt like the beasts they are. The beastmen may be a bit of an acquired taste, but for what it's worth, I don't think I've ever seen people address beastmen players with anything but some measure of respect. While the beasts of chaos are no more, the OG beastmen of fantasy have returned to the tabletop. If you like the idea of being this savage force of nature that just wants to ruin, all the while being backed by the dark gods, the beastmen might be for you. Just
That's pretty cool.
Don't expect to win all that often. Part of the respect Beastmen players get is for sticking with an army that Games Workshop seems to hold in utter contempt.
Warriors
I know I'm
chaos.
incredibly biased, but I do not care for the motivations of most of the traitor legions. They strike me as like listening to a story about me and my siblings not getting along when we were kids. Which I'm sure is at least partly intentional, but that's not the kind of motivation I want for why someone sold their soul to the forces of hell. At least not on a faction-wide level. By contrast, let's look at the Warriors of Chaos motivations for worshipping chaos. I'd say there's two blanket ones you can say. The reasonable one is that they live in the barren, icy lands of Norska. Aside from the southernmost regions, permafrost covers the whole land. No crops can be grown, and few animals are around to hunt. Because of their proximity to the North Pole, where the realm of chaos intersects with reality, a lot of those animals are heavily mutated, if not outright demonic. A lot of these people are also almost explicitly forsaken by Sigmar, as a lot of the ones who live there now are the descendants of the ones Sigmar forced out when he was forming the Empire. With all that in mind, I think it's at least understandable that these people would turn to the Chaos Gods for protection and worship. If the only option of worship is the guy who's all about plague, you might as well hope he's in a good mood and will keep the plague at bay in exchange for a few sacrificed southerners. The other motivation, while less relatable, is also much more fun. Just wanting to be an evil, powerful overlord. Why do you worship the Dark Gods? Because they give you ultra-powerful cursed armor you can use to give them more sacrifices to gain more power with. Why do you slaughter in the name of the Blood God and all the others? Because it's fun. Who gives a damn about morality? That orphanage made the mistake of being in front of you, so it obviously had to go.
How dare
If the Blood Dragons are a heavy metal album cover, the Warriors of Chaos are every heavy metal album cover combined into one. Kill for the Dark Gods at every possible moment. Let loose your darkest desires onto the world, because you have the explicit backing of the powers that be to do so. The Norskins who live in the frozen north will make pilgrimages to the northern pole and realm of chaos to become true warriors of darkness. If they're unlucky or unworthy, they'll turn into chaos spawn or demon food. If they're lucky or worthy enough, they'll become mighty chaos lords. And if they're really lucky and get just the right amount of attention from their gods, they can become demon princes of chaos, mortal beings with the blessings of the gods themselves to pillage across the world in their name. Look at this dude. He has 4 weapons visible alone, and his armor looks like he just grabbed every single bit of scrap metal around and had a demon turn it into something almost coherent to look at. If you want to play the bad guys who revel in being bad guys for the sake of it, the Warriors of Chaos have no equal. But believe it or not, these guys aren't the evilest faction.
Skaven.
I love the Skaven.
They're
Take
chaos?
a rat, make it person-sized, walk on 2 legs, and fill it with hate. Now let them outnumber everyone else combined by a factor of 10, give them energy weapons and the foulest of magics, and a desire to see everyone else brought low before them. With that, you have the Skaven, and they are truly glorious. Unlike the Chaos Gods, their god of the Horned Rat has absolutely no positives. His own little territory in the realm of chaos is the realm of ruin. It sucks, and in there is a greater demon of his for every single Skaven, all of whom also suck. With numbers and power like they have, there's only one reason the Skaven haven't already taken over the world. The thing their god and race embodies more than anything else is the word asshole. They hate the other races
Wait, what?
for sure. They're petty and spiteful
Wait,
enough
what?
that even though they don't have any uses for gold, they mine it
To inconvenience the other race.
solely because it inconveniences everyone else.
That's
But they
hilarious.
hate each other only a fraction of a fraction less than they hate everyone else. They're also all power-hungry morons who are convinced that if they were in charge, they could lead Skavendom to victory. And of course,
Yeah.
themselves to a life of luxury and power. So one will have a plan to defeat a dwarf army, and then all his underlings immediately begin sabotaging each other to look good for the commander, sabotaging the commander to take his place, and then sabotaging themselves because they're just stupid. They eat each other for food, the Skaven at the top bully the ones below them, and this lovely form of Reaganomics trickles all the way down to the common clan rat bullying Skaven slaves because the rat above him bullied him because the rat above him bullied him. Of course, none of this matters in terms of defeating them. For one, they're rat people. There's a reason the only human-inhabited place on Earth that doesn't have rats is Alberta. The Skaven literally breed like rats because they are. In the time it takes you to kill one, they've already given birth to another 1,000. In a chapter from a Skaven character's point of view, the commanding wizard of the Skaven army remarked it was impressive how they managed to pull off a victory despite only outnumbering the enemy 4-1. When a 4-to-1 ratio is what they consider to be a pretty even fight, you can rest easy, knowing there's a lot of rats under your feet. Or don't rest easy. I wouldn't. And of course their technology. It's the best in the world. They have nuclear weapons. They burrow under the ground and put them under people or places they don't like, which is everywhere and everyone. The only places the Skaven don't have some presence on is Ulthuan, the High Elf home, and Athelloren, the Wood Elf home. They can't get to Ulthuan because it's a floating island continent that doesn't touch the sea floor. There's no ground for them to dig up under through. They can't get to Athelloren, meanwhile, because the ground itself is alive and actively hates them for trespassing.
It's alive?
They'll send thousands of their slaves and basic soldiers to death in order to slightly soften up the enemy defenses. As far as the Council of 13 that rules Skavendom is concerned, 1,000 slave rats in exchange for the enemy losing a couple rockets and cannonballs is a positive trade. This is before they start firing at you with magically powered Gatling guns, throwing poison gas at you, and lighting you on fire with magically powered flamethrowers. Every single one of those things has the potential to break and kill the operators because the magic rocks powering it are incredibly unstable, and it just doesn't matter to the Skaven. Other Skaven killed are other potential rivals killed, and everyone else they kill is one less obstacle to Skaven domination over the world. That magical substance they use to power their weapons is a rock called Warpstone, by the way, and the Skaven covet it above all else. They use it to power pretty much everything that isn't manually powered by treadmills of slave rats. Other uses for it include using it to boost their magical strength, boost their physical strength, as food, and as a cocaine equivalent. Everyone else that touches the stuff either mutates or dies on the spot, and for the Skaven it's nose candy. If they sound goofy, it's because they are, but consider what it's like on the other side of a Skaven invasion.
They just eat that stuff? They just eat that stuff? They snort it, they use it for everything? Oh god. One of the moons orbiting the fantasy world is entirely made of warpstone. Naturally, the Skaven want to blow it up because they want the magic crack rocks. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. It's like meth for them. Oh, God.
You're walking down the street, things have been a bit rough with the goings-on in the town, but nothing that can't be explained by natural causes. Then all you hear is explosions, the sounds of the most horrifying mutated monstrosities ever conceived, and as you turn the corner, all you see is dozens of beady red eyes staring at you with full intent to kill and eat you. And that's if you're lucky. On the other end of things, the Skaven are horrifying. There's a lot more about the Skaven I could say, but here's a quick and easy way to know if you like them. If you despise everything about everyone around you, know for a fact you should be in charge of everyone because you're clearly right, and altruism makes you want to curl up and die, you'll like the Skaven. Or alternatively, if you want to rock up to a fantasy setting with machine guns, magical artillery, and nuclear bombs, they're for you too. And I believe that is every major fantasy faction.
Wait, that's all?
And a lot of the minor ones.
Oh god.
If you're new to fantasy, I hope this was a decently informative primer.
At the very end.
If you aren't, I hope something in here was funny.
Literally
What do you mean? My wonderful channel members. You are the Warhammer Fantasy to my Warhammer, the backbone of everything that has come before and since. If you'd like to support the channel, feel free to subscribe or become a member. Either way, thank you for watching and take care out there.
Thank you, Pancreas. That was fun. Nelson, I learned a lot.
There's a whole faction of vampire pirates I didn't really talk about. For the overall lore, they're just not important, but one of them has the largest navy in the world. That's what Warhammer Fantasy considers forgettable. A pirate vampire with the largest navy in the world. Total War only for the most part, but hey, it's pretty cool to play in that.
That's sick. Wait, that's so cool. Oh man, it's a minor faction too. There's one faction. I saw it. I'm not a Skaven, okay? I'm not a Skaven, I think. Ugh. This is kind of tricky though, because I thought I would like, I don't know. I thought I would just like one faction, but I think they're all kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, there's so many cool factions in fantasy. Damn. Dare I say, I might like the Warhammer Fantasy factions more? I don't know. I think they're more diverse. They're more diverse. They're very, very silly. Well, not silly. I mean, crazy. I think my favorites so far, the cafe, because dragons. Skaven were very cool. What were those? God, wait, which one was it again? Let me see. Kind of thought I'm not gonna lie, I thought the elves were kind of cool too. I thought they were pretty cool. Messed up, sure. They have a superiority complex, but they're cool still. And I don't know. That one dwarf thingamajig. These layers that cracked me up. These layers. That cracked me up. That cracked me up. Just kill yourself. Just. Oh. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. All right. Well, top three. Top three. I think my top three are. I think. Oh wait, the Kiss Lab. They were. Oh, they were cool too. Oh. Okay, top three, but in no particular order, because I would have to think about that specifically. I would say Skaven, Kislev, because I really thought they were cool, and they're kind of like in my head still, and then Cafe. And then I would say Elves, because then the Elves are kind of, I don't know, I think they're interesting. So that's a top four. But okay, there you go. No style, Elves bad, but they're kind of interesting. To be fair, I think most factions are interesting, except for the humans. I'm sorry, they were kind of boring. I want to learn more about Sigmar. I feel like we kind of glossed over that. But to be fair, this is just a faction video, not like in-depth lore video. All elves, regular elves, dark elves, or wood elves. I thought they just as a. I guess the wood elves. They're kind of crazy, right? But that design was sick. Wait, where are they? Where are they? Here. Oh, oops. This is just very cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm covering whatever his face was. I think this is just a really cool concept. Okay, I like these. You also Sigmar has kids where you over. No, goodbye Sigmar. Not like that. Be gone, Sigmar. Be gone. Elfwood, bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I like the humans because of the political shenanigans and the Renaissance aesthetic. I mean, political shenanigans are fun, but are they as cool as this tree that will eat you? I would say no. And then a cafe, where are they? Cafe, where are you? Here. They got dragons. Look at this. Didn't someone say that was like Dragon Girls? Or something like that? Wait. Warhammer. Cafe. Dragon? Oh, this is cute. Supreme Matriarch? Oh, the Empress. Okay. Empress. Oh my god. Is this? Wait, is this her? Oh shit. Wait, this is her? Oh my god. Okay, wait. I need a better picture. Wait. Here. Whoa. All right, wait. I have a favorite now, guys. I have a favorite. I'm sorry. Look at this. Look at that. That's sick. That is sick. Look at the detail on that. Holy. Wow. Look at that. They're so cool. What? Okay, wait. Dragon. Do we get to see like the whole ass dragon? Somewhere? Is there a model of the whole body? Because I kind of want to see it. Oh my god. That looks hard to paint though. Oh. But I would love that, but it looks very hard to paint. Oh, here's a better picture of like the actual thing. Wait. Look. Damn. Look at the size. Look at that. Wow. Go watch the trailer. Grand Cafe. Those? Grand Cafe. Just paint her your color and this you. Oh, I could make her blue. Gonna go. My makeover. What was the trailer? Dawn of Grand Cafe. Total Warhammer 4 years ago. I will pull it up. Ta-da! Just for you guys. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry if it's loud.
From the stars came
Loud.
the will to shape fate, hurling this world toward ruin.
Ooh. Wait, you can play this in game? Oh, that's the terracotta things. Wow. Yes? Oh.
This burden is mine to bear. To offer guidance where it is most needed.
Wait, they're so cool.
To demand sacrifice.
Da-da-da-da. Oh my god. What are those blue things? Oh, demons! Oh! Siege stuff? Wow! Ooh. Right, it's time to call in the big guns.
For I am ruler of the northern provinces.
Oh, the Laborers!
Of
Woo!
the great bastion.
Oh my god! Oh! Look at those! Oh my god! That's so cool. Oh! Earthbender show! Ooh.
Supreme matriarch of Nangao.
Oh, she's jumping? Transforming?
Master of the storm winds.
Oh!
Daughter of the dragon.
Woo!
Emperor.
Oh, look at that! Oh, that's sick. Wait, we didn't get to see in action! No! That That was cool. What the hell? Wait, that was cool. Is this the same as the freaking game with Wait, is this the game that Reggie's always playing? Is it this Total Warhammer game? Or am I thinking of a different one? We knew you'd love this. Yes? I've never seen the Asians in there. They are a trilogy. Oh. Yes? This is the one? Oh. You usually call them communists. Okay, I haven't seen them yet. Wait. I want them. I want these. I want these. These are mine. These are mine. These dragons are mine. Alright, I'm sorry guys. I think Cafe might be my favorites. Sorry. Move over, Skaven. Move over. Kislev. I'm sorry. This is too cool. This is too cool. Think you could react to the old trade? I think we should save them for one where you watch all of them. How about that? We can just collect all of them together. Together. Because now it's also kind of late for me. It was really cool. Thank you for convincing me. Thank you for badgering me into watching this. Very cool. There's 3 games worth of trailers. Ooh. Ooh. I know there's like one that came out recently, right? A trailer. Or was that not for Total Warhammer? Or Total War? Because I remember people saying like, Sal, you need to watch this trailer that came out. You need to watch this one trailer. I was like, which game? Could you do it in one stream? I think I can just put them all in one stream though. And watch like some other lore video too. Well, we got a future stream idea. Thank you. Grand Cafe has their own version of Sun Wukong. Really? Who jumped into the warp to fight Kale. Really? Is it also a monkey god thing? Total War Warhammer 3 came out in 2022. But it was a recent trailer for one of the Warhammer games that people were telling me to watch, I think. Or was it not a game thing? Maybe it wasn't a game thing, sorry. Maybe it was a mini thing. I don't know, actually. It's in their lore. Wow. It was not a game thing, maybe. Sorry. The Monkey King is a monkey. I mean, maybe they have like a different creature. Who knows? The new edition of Warhammer 40k tabletop. Oh, tabletop. It was a tabletop thing. Oh, I thought it was a game thing. Oh. Oh. Gonna react to another video? No, we're probably gonna end it here. Just yapping a little bit. He fights one of the dragon siblings. There's more dragon siblings? They're like siblings of this girly pop? Of what was her name? You know, Dragon Empress girl? Wow. Manny, there's 5? Ooh, cool. There's also ripped dragon dudes. I'm sold. I am so sold. Thank you. I'm sold. For your playable. Okay, say no more. Say no more, guys. Say no more. You got me there. You got me at dragon, okay? You got me at dragon. Oh, the games have 2 older so far. I'm finally gonna make my ancestors proud, guys. No, just kidding. There's 4 that are dead too. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's not clear. It's okay. I will forgive them. I'll forgive them for dying. How dare they? How dare they? All right, let me go here. One moment. Do-do-do-do. Got a little bit of music in the background. It's kind of quiet. There we go. The dragons even have their own Horus? Like a traitor? They got their own Horus? Oh, ooh. I guess that makes it, that's some political intrigue and all. A little backstabbing. You don't know for sure? She had to fight chaos for so long she got corrupted. Oh, okay. Wow. Thank you, Chaos. Very cool. Alright. Big Daddy made everyone forget about her so that her memory isn't ruined. Oh. 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 Wow. Okay. Damn. Damn. Katana is always stalked by chaos or ninja rats. The Skaven? Oh god. There we go. Right. It's a little late for me, guys. So I am gonna wrap it up for today. Even though I would love to keep yapping. I'm a little tired and I need to eat. So I'll do that in a second. But it was really fun today. I had a good time. You guys gave me an idea for for next YouTube stream, where we can watch the other trailers for the Total Warhammer thingamajigams, games. And I'll try to I don't know. There's probably a different Pancreas video that is also very informative that you can watch too. I'll have a lookie because I wanna delve a little bit more into the Warhammer Fantasy stuff because it's cool. I like it more than I was expecting. Oh, there's also the Warhammer 40k factions compared to Warhammer Fantasy factions that came out recently. Wait, I didn't even know that. That was a really very recent thing. Horror game when? Okay, well the way I play New Vegas, it's horror for me. Okay. I'll think about a horror game to play, and I'll also think about doing a multi-stream or a dual stream. I'll think about it. I'll look into it. Yeah, that's about it for today, I think. It's horror for us too, but for different reasons. Yeah, you'll have to watch me play badly. Horrible. I know, scary. Ugh. Go Rose. Alright, well guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll see you guys next time. I'll try to schedule this next stream in a little bit earlier than this one. I'll do my best for you guys, okay? Good night, guys. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Good night. Bye, 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 bye. I'll try to upload this video soon, TM. Bye, bye. Good night. Bye, 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 bye. Say bye back right now. Bye. Bye. Say bye back right now. Say it back. Say it back. Say it back. Say it back. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, chat. Bye, 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 bye. You guys are cool. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Sorry, stream delay. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.